Nothing can stop me. Cause I'm addicted to what you and I realize. Lead the way, I follow. No need to say where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all. So tell your good night, 'cause I'll find no matter what. Yeah, susceptible now before the moment flies, before it flies. So tell your good night, 'cause I'll find no matter what. Susceptible now before the moment flies.
All right. It is Friday night, drink in hand. Shout out to all you guys that are out there. We got a great one. Guys, do me a favor. I just finished setting up the gaming computer, so there's still some things that I haven't downloaded quite yet. Let me know, put a 1 in the comment section if you guys can hear me. If you guys can hear me, put a 1 in the comment section. If you can't, we're in trouble. So let me know if you can hear me. We got 22 people in the building. Shout out to all you guys that are here thus far. This is going to be a good one. Put a 1 in the comment section if you gentlemen can hear me. You guys can hear me good? The mic sounds nice. Check 1. Can you guys hear the horns? Let me know if you guys can hear the Roadcaster duo. Put a 1 in the comment section if you can hear the Roadcaster as well, the horns or the hand claps. I appreciate that if you guys do that for me. So I make sure that I have everything set up. Shout out to Poor Man in the building. Okay, I just saw David and L Southern Vegans say that they can hear me. Make sure that you guys can hear that also. The horns and the effects. We got 22 people in the building. Can I get at least one person to let me know if you guys can hear me? Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Let me know, gentlemen, if you can hear me. Okay, thanks, Tevin. Thanks, Poor Man. Let me know. Thank you, gentlemen. Loud and clear. All right, Beasley. Thank you very much, kind sir. All right, because like I said, I'm just setting everything up, so I'm not using my laptop anymore. I actually have the gaming console, even though I'm not a gamer, but I'm going to be doing some things kind of like working with El Guapo's team. So they're going to be helping me out, but I had to get a whole new computer system. So I got this giant monitor over here and a giant monitor over there, and got the gaming system with the, you know, how they got the colorful fans with the colors changing and everything. And so the cool part is I can just carry my laptop around whenever I need to do some work. But there's so much that I need to download. And so even when it comes to audio, I'm trying to get everything still up to par. So I appreciate that you guys can hear me right now. At least I did something right. At least one thing we got down right. All right, tonight's topic, it's about manhood and simphood. We're just going to put it out there. It's all about being the man that you're supposed to be or the simp that you're supposed to be, but you can't be both. You cannot be totally 100% man. You can be male on both ends, but you can't be 100% man and say, I'm all man, but yet you all simp at the same time. It doesn't work like that. And I saw a debate that one of you guys sent me the other day. Shout out to you guys. And even Mediocre Tutorial Review. Shout out to that brother over there who's doing great things. We're going to listen to his reaction because I didn't have time to break down the whole 2.5-hour debate that Anton Daniels had. But the gist of it was that Mediocre Tutorial Review, we're going to listen to him to make sure that you guys could check that out with me. And he breaks down everything. First of all, it was a 4-part debate. First part of the debate was about is a man responsible for 100% of the bills in the household? Is a man responsible for 100% of the bills in the household? You know what I say. I say a yes with an asterisk. I say a yes with a however. And I'll tell you what I mean. If I'm paying 100% of the bills in the house, your money is going towards 100% of the investments towards the future. I want to say that again. If I'm paying 100% of the bills in the house, every dollar outside of a few dollars that Andrea brings in, oh, that's going into 401k, Roth RAs. That's going into cryptocurrency. That's going into future investments. That's going into real estate. That is not going to be sitting in her pocket gathering dust in regards to purses. Hell no. So, yeah, if I got to pay 1% of the bills, no problem, Missy. No problem. But guess what? The other part of your money is going towards, ma'am? It's going towards future investments. It's going towards the kids' scholarships for college. College fund, high school. The kids go. If I'm paying 1% of the bills, the kids going to private school. Ain't no public schooling if I'm paying 1% of the bills, because you gonna have enough money to pay for private school for the kids. Oh yes, you're paying for private school. You're paying for future investments. Oh yes, I have no problem with paying 1% of the bills, and you are going to pay towards this as well. Being married, for those that have never been married, it is a business. It's not just I love her, she loved me, and blah, blah, blah. I'm going to have to close this window because this dog on the outside is loud as can be. And we're on the 6th floor, and the dog is still loud. But my point is, gentlemen, glad that you all are here. Thank you very much for letting me know that the audio is great. And let me give a few shout outs while a few more guys coming here. We got 28 people in the building. Click that like button. We like you. We're not over on Rumble or Instagram tonight. It's just a YouTube thing tonight, gentlemen. Just YouTube. Let me put us some music on tonight. Let me put us some music on. Let me see if I can, because I'm still trying to get the earpieces working just right, and I'm hoping that this working, that's working. So let me scroll down. Let me move this over. And then I'll even ask you guys if you hear this music. So we're getting everything set up on the new computer. I can hear. It's a shout out music right there. All right, glad you guys are hearing. Appreciate it. Once again, talking to my man, Poor Man 313 in the building. Detroit boys. We don't play with him. He's from Detroit, Michigan. Them 313 boys. Thank you very much, David, as well as Poor Man, for letting me know in advance that you guys can hear me. Appreciate you guys being here. Appreciate the support on Cash App as well as PayPal. Appreciate you, gentlemen. We're going to have a good time in regards to listening to this debate. They're going to talk about everything from being a stepdad to should women submit. Oh, this is going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. And he's supposed to be church folks. Both of these brothers supposed to be church folk. What up, though? Yes, sir. Shout out to my Uncle Ghostface. Yes, Jeff. Yes, the mustache has been gone for about a month. Andrea likes it. The mustache has been gone for about a month and a half. Shout out to my man Charles. The expat, Charles B. Expat. Yes, sir. Or Charles B. Pat, or Charles B. Expat. Shout out to you. Yes, sir. Kind sir, for being here. Mr. Beasley, appreciate you, and let me know that you can hear me clearly as well. Appreciate that, brother. Let me scroll down. My man in the building, making coffee fans. Shout out to you being here. Appreciate you being here, brother. Mike T is in the building, my dude. Let me know when you're coming back down, Mike. Mike T in the building. It's going to be a real good one. I'm not going to take up too much of your time tonight, gentlemen. Jaquan Payne of the Payne family, first of his name, is in the building, as well as my man LJ, the Southern Vegan. That's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. We got KP in the building. Yes, sir. Thank you very much, KP, for letting me know, too. And And also Tevin King, always representing, always representing. We hear you loud and clear, Andre. Yes, sir. I get the Andrew every once in a while. Esco's in the building. Shout out to you, brother. This is going to be a fire one. We got Ronan. Yes, sir. Make sure you guys who are YouTubers, do me a favor. Drop the links to your channel so we can subscribe to your channels. Guys, we only have each other to support each other. So shout out to you guys. Shout out to everybody watching from Facebook. Appreciate you guys over there as well. Shout out to you. El Monte's in the building as well. Appreciate you, kind sir. We got 38 in the building. Click that like button. We like you. Make sure that you like us too. And thank you for the support on Cash App as well as PayPal. Let me get that banner up real quick. There we go. And we're about to get started in a moment. We got the shout outs out the way. Let me turn the music down just a little bit. Actually, I'm going to change the music. Make it a little bit more smoother. Here we go. So we're going to get started hearing from our brother, Mediocre Tutorial and Reviews. And he gives an excellent commentary. Oh, Cologne of the Night. Cologne of the Night is African leather. Excellent cologne. African leather is the cologne of the evening, gentlemen. It is an excellent, very masculine. Yeah, your lady friends will definitely like this. The only thing about African leather, there is a cologne out there. I forget the name of the cologne. Get the cologne. Get the cologne. This is a birthday gift I got for myself about 2 years ago. Right before, 2 years ago? Yeah, 2 years ago before we went to Cuba. And so this is a $300 bottle. Get the cologne. It's just as good. I forget the name of the cologne of African leather, but if you know what if some of you guys know what the cologne is, put it in the comment section. Get the cologne. It's just as good. I've smelled it before. So you ain't got to pay $300. If you want to, for the African leather, it is well worth it. But shout out to my man Black Empowerment in the building and Melody. Shout out to Melodies from the Diaspora. Shout out to you as well being in the building. Yeah, so that's a cologne of the evening. That's what I'm wearing right now is the African leather. Let's get ready to get started with our brother. Let me know if you guys can hear the audio when he gets ready to speak. Because as I said before, he's going to give us a breakdown of the debate and his commentary regarding the debate. And I think Anton did a really good job. My man, you could tell, first of all, the other guy, you could tell he's a Christian Derek Jackson. I want to say this again. If Derek Jackson was a Christian and pandering, Derek Jackson got his game from the pastors in church, the modern day pastors. Let's keep it real. Derek Jackson didn't do anything except for he didn't have a congregation in church. All he took was what he learned from the black church over the last 30 years, pander to women, especially if they're single, and smash them behind everybody's back. Because that's what a lot of pastors are doing now. Not all pastors, of course. There's some really great ministers out there. But there are a lot of ministers that do two things: collect the money and collect the honey. That's it. Well, that's the same thing Derek Jackson did. Well, this guy that Anton is debating is the Christian version of Derek Jackson. He's married, stepdad. They have a young son. Shout out to him and his son. Very well off. He's wealthy. You know how he got much of his wealth? I didn't say most, but much of his wealth. Shout out to my man TQS in the building. Or TIQS. The International Quiet Storm. He got much of his wealth just like pastors. He pandered to women, and whatever product he had to sell, women, those church women, purchased it. And he became a multi-millionaire. So we talk about two rich, very successful brothers in this debate. But the irony of it is, one brother, he got a large pool, not all, but a large pool of his money came from pimping prosperity to the ladies. You could get you a stepdad too for your son. Men are constantly telling, I don't want to be a stepfather. And you got dudes like him constantly telling women, God gonna send you a stepfather. Men are like, I do not want to be a stepdad. And he's steady telling women, God gonna send you a I'm a stepdad, God gonna send you one. So F what men are saying about being a stepdad. I don't want to be a stepdad no matter what continent I'm on. He gonna keep telling women that guys like you, not me, but like you, are gonna come rescue them and their kids. Let's get started with the video. And like I said, guys, let me know if the audio is off. Like I said, I'm just getting started with this new computer, so I haven't got a lot of stuff set up.
Before we get started in the content, I got to give a huge shout out to Ryan and Tyshawn of the Hardly Initiated podcast, which is where this content comes from today. These guys have built a tremendous platform, and I've had the pleasure of watching it over the past year and some change. And the types of conversations that they are able to pull together on their platform, I think is game changing, especially in the space of moving conversations forward as it relates to relationships. Now, these gentlemen just had two diametrically in some cases they are opposed. A lot of cases they're actually similar, but at the core there are some unique differences between the two content creators, one of being Anton Daniels and the other one being Yada Awakening. Instead of me describing their positions, here's a couple of clips so you can see some of their thoughts on things.
We've been lied to. They lied to us. They told us most men are triggered because they gotten comfortable allowing women to provide for them.
Never ever marry a woman or look to get in a relationship with a woman that is a single mother.
The women that agreed with going 50-50 with their men are women that's never had a real man.
You don't want people to be with you just because you have resources.
How can you expect her to work just as hard as you, come home, nurture the children, cook for you, have sex with you?
You can't keep the nigga that impregnated you. What makes you think that we want to hear your opinion?
Okay, before they get started, we just heard what thank you, Esco, once again. We just heard the different positions from the men just from past commentary. I've heard Anton speak on being responsible as a man, don't be a stepdad, things like that. My man says, hey, what do you expect from the ladies? They come home from work, they work hard, so forth. I know a lot of ladies, what's so funny? In the United States, women consider what they do under air conditions hard work. Most women in the United States work under an air-conditioned scenario. Now, if you're like a nurse or something and you really are saving lives, I got you on that. Or you work in a nursing home and you're taking care of the elderly, I got you on that. But most jobs that women have, no offense, ladies, if it's not an air conditioner, y'all ain't even going in for the interview. Y'all ain't out there building buildings and out there working. Shout out to all the truck drivers. There's a few ladies out there driving trucks now, but not enough numbers to make a dent in the industry like that. And then they complain about having to come home and take care of the kids and cook. And then satisfy their man. We all know that women ain't having sex in the United States every night like that, for real, for real. It's a few freaks out there, but for the most part, if she got a full-time job and she got a full-time kids, she ain't sexing every single night like that. If she got a full-time job and she cooking. So we know this narrative of like the brother was selling, this narrative of women working so hard and then having to, in these air-conditioned offices and then having to come home to air conditioning after they left the air-conditioned car just to have to take care of children under an air conditioner. Fast forward to other countries. Thailand, Africa continent. Vietnam, much of South America, Central America. Those women are not just working under air-conditioned scenarios, as we've all discovered. And yet, after they get done with their jobs, they go right home and take care of their family as if the husband ain't even in the house, even though he's there. When I first came to Colombia, Andrea would get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, make my breakfast, make my lunch. She'd go to work. She'd go to work like 8 or 9 and be back home like 2:30, 3 o'clock every morning. This is when we first really solidified our relationship. There was no, well, it's 6 o'clock in the morning. I might make you breakfast, but I'm tired. I don't know if I could do. I never got that. Do I feel like doing what I do for the family every day? No. Does she feel like doing what she needs to do for the family every day? No, but it's not about feelings. But if you listen to these panderers, these women that are listening to these panderers, that's why you do need to get your passports. Because it's going to be, I'm telling you something. Before we go into this debate, I'm letting you guys know something. It's going to continue to be more false prophets that's going to profit off of women in the United States. Y'all can forget about that. If you think it's about to go back and get better and black love is about to come together and it's going to be kumbaya and everybody has somebody. If everybody, here we go. This is a stat. Don't ever forget this. If every heterosexual man married, if every heterosexual man got married in the United States today or tomorrow, there will still be 2 million, over 2 million single women in the United States that can't get no dick for the rest of their life. Because all y'all married. All the heterosexual married. All of us. If all of us were married in the United States, there'll still be 2 million women with a dildo. So don't fall for that narrative when dudes try to come to y'all and say the black love is coming back together. Even if everybody got married, there'll still be 2 million women complaining. In other words, there'll still be 2 million women out there that these prosperity for ladies, pastors, preachers, and false prophets can give to the ladies out there. They're going to always make money. The hustle is too good. The government makes too much money off of women paying taxes by way of all the products that they buy, pay taxes. By the five bedroom house they purchase, even though they're by themselves, they still pay taxes. The paycheck that they give, taxes. Pell grants that they have to pay back, taxes. Bruh, it is so much money made off of women. Bruh, it is crazy how much. If women stop spending for one day, just one day, women think if we stop having sex, we control a country. No, bitches. If y'all stop spending for one day, y'all could shut the country down and take over. But that will never happen. It is too much money made hustling women. It's too good. Okay, name one dude that you know that hustle women in churches, in motivational groups, on YouTube, on Instagram or TikTok that ain't making money. Name one. I don't know one. I don't know one dude that's giving women the prosperity love hustle and ain't making money. Every dude on YouTube that's doing it is getting paid. Every dude on Instagram that's doing it, getting paid. Every dude on TikTok that's doing it, Facebook, if you lie to women, you gonna get paid. You gonna get paid. You ain't got to talk about men ever. All you got to do is just come up with a hustle lie to women. Shh. you gonna get paid. I don't know one YouTuber that ain't getting paid from hustling women. They don't never go broke. Never. Why? Because women hope that what this person is saying is true, and when men know that this Negro is lying to women. Men don't fall for it. That's why many men left the church, because we were like, man, you lying, dog. You lying. So we started going to other churches. And some of us left the black church and went to the other church. Am I lying? You left Bishop Jakes with his lying ass, and you ended up going to Joel Osteen's church, or you end up going to another pastor's church. Why? Because you got tired of just listening to these pastors that's hustling, getting money from the ladies. They didn't care if we left the church. I'm going to say this again before we go back to the video. They do not care if black men leave the church. Negro and what, Negro? You gone. You wasn't putting that much money in the church anyway. Women, who do all the volunteer work? The ladies. Who's there at the end of the day with the lights turn out? The ladies. Who giving up free coochie? All the sex that the pastor want. Pastor married, been married 20 years. 5 kids in that church his. All the free coochie you want. And he get the money. Why do they care if we leave? The pastors don't care if we left the church. They don't care if you left the church and went to the Nation of Islam, or 5%er, or Hebrew Israelite, or you decided to go, instead of going to another black church, you decided to go to a white church. Bruh, they don't give a why? Because the money is too good from the ladies. So when you listen to this brother talk, not Anton, but the brother that he's debating with, you keep in your mind why he is saying what he's saying. Because after this debate, he still got to keep making millions off of these ladies. And women will never admit, the last thing I want to say, women will never admit that they're getting hustled. They will never admit that they're getting hustled on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. They'll never admit that they're getting hustled in the black church, in some of the white church. They will never admit, you getting hustled. Everybody see it. You ever see that female that walk around holding her man's hand? They're in love. She cares for him so much, but she got a black eye. You walking through the mall like this, trying not to stare. She looking like Petey the dog on the Little Rascals. Just got an eye like that. Just like she on the Little Rascals, Petey the dog. Everybody can see that she got a black eye, but yet they walking, they holding hands. You look like, am I seeing what I'm seeing? Women will never admit that they are getting conned by these dudes. And sometimes some of us that have mics, I won't lie, we feel like we dumbasses for talking to men. When you talk directly to men, you might, unless you like a female talking to men, but a man talking to men, man, we don't get no money. We don't get no money. We might get money from our outside investments, but from YouTubers get from views and this. But as far as like truly support, let Danica Marie talk about this topic. Man, it'd be super chats and bing, 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 bing like crazy. Cash apps, all her cash app always stay full. Six the Goddess, Crimson Cure. All they got to do is talk to men. Men, when it comes to us men talking to each other, we don't support each other for shit. But if I turn this channel into I'm only talking to bitches, man, please pull in. You know how much money me and Andre will pull in? We're a married couple living in another country, and you can do it too, girl. That's all. That's it. That's all. That would be my hustle. All you Cartagena girl, all I gotta do is just interview all the sisters that's running the Cartagena. I ain't gotta interview you brothers no more. I just interview sisters in Cartagena and watch how fast, how full the super chats will be and cash apps will be. But I ain't no hustler like that. I know there's a price to pay for all that. So let's go ready to get into the video. But do realize women will never admit that they're being hustled, and those dudes will never admit that they're hustling women. Now, you got dudes like a few of you brothers, like Uriah, like T.I. Man, listen. You guys have been down from the beginning, and you support, yes, I see you guys on other channels and supporting men on a regular basis. But in general, men don't support men. Men will cry broke to other men channels. Always. It will run over to a female channel and give her a $500, $200, $300, $100, $75, $50 cash app super chat all day long. And like I said, I'm not hating, but what I'm saying is you notice things. I'm happy for all of us. Don't get me wrong. I'm happy for all of us. But at the end of the day, men don't support men. I do this because, in all sincerity, we do this because we have a love for men progressing. Remember, we lost 4 channels. That's $10,000 a month, $5,000, $10,000 gone. I could have easily said, well, I ain't doing this no more. No, I ain't no quitter. And I didn't do it just for the proceeds. We're still here as if we're still bringing in the same amount that we brought in before. For you and for us. Because we realize how important the information that we have here is to you guys that are looking to relocate to other countries. But this moment is not about us. Shout out to XRP. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to XR. Caught that. Let's get started, gentlemen. Let's get started. Once again, we're mediocre tutorial review.
So these two met up at the Hardly Initiated Studios over here in Atlanta, Georgia, and they had a debate. The debate focused on 4 major topics. Number 1, should men pay 100% of the bills in a relationship? Number 2, are women less submissive today than they were previously? Number 3, dating with children? And number 4, red flags in dating. Now, the conversation, let's take a look right now. The conversation is 2 hours and 37 minutes long. Obviously in this VOD, I'm not going to go over the whole thing, but guys, leave me comments down below, like the video. If you guys want me to do a full comprehensive breakdown via live stream, let me know, and maybe we could take it from that perspective as well. All right, but let's go over some of the major topics that I think is important for us to do. Without further ado,
this is a must. I must get a brother to cover 100% of the bills. So let's bring some clarity to this, Yada. I'm gonna have you open up the conversation here. Should men be expected to cover 100% of the bills?
I believe if men are claiming to be providers, and we know that means to take care of whoever's under you, that he should provide 100%. While we're doing this, this gives the woman time and space, not just to be great for the man, but also great for the children. And I want to use myself for example. I provide 100% for my woman. My son, he's only 5 years old, and he was tested 2 days ago, if I'm not mistaken. 2 days ago, he's only in kindergarten, but he tested at a 4th grade level. Why is that? Because I handle my responsibility providing, and providing isn't just financial. Any man off the street can walk to a woman and give her money. Providing is elevating a woman mentally, elevating a woman spiritually, emotionally. This is what it means to provide for a woman. Not just here's some money, run off with it. No, let me elevate you. Let me bring you closer to your God. Let me set standards in your life. If your father gave you to me, you are my responsibility from the bottom of your feet to the top of your head. I'm gonna love everything about you 100%. And if I can't do that, I'm not a man. I'm a male, and that's a difference.
We're gonna pause it right there for a split second. So the brother said, Cortez, Anton hasn't said anything. Yada is speaking, but either way, shout out to you being here, Cortez. First thing is, the brother just said, if you're not doing certain things, you're not a man. Those shaming tactics went out the door when Kevin Samuels said they're using sign language on you. And we all know that sign is shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. That went out the door. You can't shame us men anymore to, if I don't provide 100%, I'm not a man, I'm just a male. Don't fall for that bullshit. Don't fall for that. Some of us have women in our lives that are worthy of the 50-50, and there's only going to be one that may be worthy of the 100%. But yet even her proceeds or her works has to go toward the household. See, a lot of times people want to talk about what men are doing with our money, but if she bringing in the paycheck, where's her money going? You know that old saying that they say, your money is her money and her money is her money. No, fuck that. If my money is our money, your money is our money. And we gonna find somewhere to put your money, to put it to work, just like we put my money to work. This dude had the audacity and they had on that debate, they had up to 7,000 people watching. Many of them were men. And this man just straight told them, by the way, you ain't a man if you're not kicking out 100%. And you know who his audience is? The ladies. After that live stream, man, you better believe his subscriber count went up. Sales of his products went up. He made more money off of that live stream for pandering, just for saying that part. You should pay 100%. This dude is crazy. Pay 1% in a cut now. Now, remember what I always say. What are the 3 reasons why people are leaving the United States? Lifestyle, love, laws. Let's talk about the laws. You're telling me I'm supposed to be in a country to where I pay 100% of the bills. And this woman has the right to wake up one morning and literally say, you look nice, babe. And literally say, I don't want to be with you anymore. I know you paying 100%, but just let me get half. All right, sexy boo. But let me get half. I'm out the door. You live in that country to where all those years you paid 100% in. And this woman has the right by law in most states to tell you, I got some new dick, but I'm going to take the kids in the house that you work hard for. And I know you put you put clothes on our back. Thank you. And she's going to take everything that you have. Those are the laws in the country that you live in. And you expect me to pay you expect me to not have my safety, my safety net, but she can economically have a safety net. in that country. I could see I could halfway agree with you if you lived in a country like Colombia. I'm gonna tell y'all something in all sincerity. I could see halfway if y'all lived in a country like Colombia. And I'm not hyping Colombia. There's a point that I'm making. In Colombia, if Andrea just up and leaves me and I haven't beat on her, cheated on her, disrespected her, I didn't become a drug addict, a dope fiend, nothing like that. Did you know I could sue Andrea in court for leaving me? In Colombia, you ain't no get up in the morning, you just leaving your man. No, same thing with me. If I just up and say I got me another Colombiana, or I went to Brazil and I got me a Brazilian girl, I'm leaving you. No, listen. Did you know that Andrea could sue me? And I'm talking about for a lot of money, for years of money. You ain't no up and you just leaving somebody in Colombia. So I can halfway respect if a person gonna pay you marry and you paying 100%. Why? Your 100% ain't about to walk out the door no time too soon in Colombia. It may be even in Brazil and other parts of South America. I don't know the laws yet, but I know here ain't no walking out the door just cause you tied, Tia. So this talk about trying to shame men and to make us feel bad because we ain't paying 100%. Man, some women ain't worth the freaking 100%. Some women that us guys have been with were great girlfriends. How many of y'all have been with a great girlfriend, but there was nothing wifey about her? There was nothing in your spirits that said, this is my wife. Nothing that told you that said that I should marry this one. But she was a great girlfriend, but nothing came to mind when it came to putting a ring on it. I put a one in the comment section myself. I've been with plenty of them that were really good, but there was nothing about them that made me want to put a ring on it. It wasn't that they were a bad person. It wasn't like they were mean. It wasn't that they were evil. It just was the stage of life that I was in, or maybe they were in. Maybe we're too young, or maybe it just didn't work itself out. Whatever it was, this was not wifey. But I'm supposed to pay 100% in a household with somebody that I don't even feel wifey minds. Yes, this person might be able to cook and clean. This person might be able to do a lot of nice things, but there's something in your spirit that says, man, this ain't my wife though. This is a good girlfriend. My boys like her, my mama like her. How many times we done broke up with somebody that everybody else liked, but you didn't like them no more like that? Man, you ain't with Karen no more? No, bro. Karen broke up about 6 months ago. What, man? I thought she was cool. No. Everybody you don't give 100% to, man. I'm telling you, dudes, do not simp out like that. I'm talking to my brothers now. Don't simp out like that. If that ain't wifey, ain't no 100%. Your money is your money. Her money is her money. We can put a portion up together and create our money. But not all my money is going towards all the bills, and your money just gonna be sitting there, you buying purses and shit. No, hell no. Don't be going for that, guys. And I mean, even when you come to Colombia, that person, because of currency, might not be able to put the same amount of money on the table, but they be able to do something, pay on something, help with something, invest in something. Maybe your Colombian woman don't make as much as you because of the currency exchange. But that don't mean that woman that you with can't take some of her proceeds and you introduce her to cryptocurrency. I bet you can do that. Crypto ain't expensive. You can't sit back and say, well, you know, my woman only makes this amount of money a month. You tell me you can't teach her to take a portion of that, invest in certain cryptocurrencies, as low as crypto is right now. Okay, let's go back to the video. Don't never let no man shame you, make you feel bad talk about you not a real man. Man, fuck you.
Street can walk to a woman and give her money. Providing is elevating a woman mentally, elevating a woman spiritually, emotionally. This is what it means to provide for a woman. Not just here's some money, run off with it. No, let me elevate you. Let me bring you closer to your God. Let me set standards in your life. If your father gave you to me, you are my responsibility from the bottom of your feet to the top of your head. I'm gonna love every.
Man, I'm sorry for interrupting. This dude sounds so fucking stupid. Dude, if I gotta elevate your grown ass, ladies, we love you, but if I gotta elevate you, if I gotta raise you up from the dead, you're supposed to be my wife or future wife. If I gotta elevate you and raise you up from the dead and encourage you to be who the fuck you supposed to be in life, why the hell am I with you other than your coochie? Ladies, why do you think men don't put the ring on your finger? And he been with you for 5 years, but he met LaWanda and he been with her for 6 months and they married and about to have their first child. Cause he ain't have to lift LaWanda up to be somebody in life. He ain't have to push LaWanda into being who the fuck she's supposed to be. So when these dudes be trying to get you, it sounds so good, romantic. Guys, don't fall for this. I'm telling y'all, it sounds romantic and good. Yes, coming together and I'm building my wife and I'm lifting up my children. And it all sound Hallmark. It sounds like it should be on a damn greeting card, don't it? It sounds so nice, so beautiful. And guess who's gonna end up looking like an ass in the end? Statistically, when you do this, when you do exactly what he just said, build up, lift the women, do all this, make her feel like a queen. Guess what the statistics are in the United States? After you do all that, 80% of them gonna leave your ass. You ready for that? Oh, nobody wanna talk about that. After you did everything that you doing, you got a 80% chance. No, you got a 50% chance that she gonna leave your ass, and 80% chance that you gonna end up being the one that's ass out. Because she gonna file for divorce. Why is divorce harder on men than women? I'll say this again. Why is divorce harder on men after the divorce than women? Because men never saw that shit coming, and women had already prepared herself for leaving you. Bruh, some of you dudes, your woman filed for a divorce in 2000. Do you know she had already left you in 2016? All right, sexy. Looking all good and delicioso. Tell mama I said hi. I'm just mom's here. Dude, women leave you before they leave you. Always, always. If you have never heard that before, don't you ever think a woman left you 3 months before she left you. Your woman left you 3 years before she left you, a year and a half before she left you. She been gone. That's why she's already emotionally ready for the divorce, because she's already talked to her mama about divorcing you 2 years ago. She talked to her daddy about divorcing you 3 years ago. She talked to her best friends and cousins and her gay friend about divorcing you last year. So when she filed the papers, she already got all the emotional wagons circled, all the people supporting her circle. Everybody's ready to catch her and let her head laying on a pillow. They already got everything set up when when you leave him, the kids can come here on these days. I pick the kids up from school they got the whole plan in order, and you don't know shit. You just going to work and coming back home. You just finished hitting the 50% mark on your mortgage, so you got that house paid off. 50% of that house that you've been paying on has been paid off. You thinking everything good. You driving your trucks. You all down by the docks. You working for Ford, Chrysler, GM. You sitting up there at your law firm, all your white collar. All your air-conditioned job brothers, all you brothers that work from home, shout out to Theo, and not realizing that her and the whole fucking circle have been plotting behind your back to get rid of your ass in 2025, 2026, 2027. Don't you ever think a woman is leaving you the year that she left you. Don't you ever think a woman is leaving you the year that she left you. Don't you ever think a woman will leave you the year that she left you. She been gone. She been gone. Is she coming home still making you a plate? Yep. Is she still giving you sex? Yep. She'll make it look all smooth like cotton candy, bruh. Tasting so sweet. And all of a sudden you come home one day and them damn locks change and there's new dick upstairs, Dexter St. Jock upstairs in your king size bed that you paid for, and your kids looking at you like they ain't got your same last name. Your kids looking at you like y'all ain't even got the same last name. Listening to this dude right here. Listening to this dude right here in the United States. My point of why I'm talking about this as an expat, y'all getting set up in the States, bruh. See, if you lived in another country where the laws were fair, where a woman couldn't leave you like that, or you could leave your woman like that, like Colombia. I'm just using an example. Okay, I can see where he coming from with the 100%, because you ain't got to worry about coming home and the lock's been changed. In the United States, go and do that shit you want to in the United. Listen to that brother you want to in the United States. I'm telling y'all now, you got a 50% chance that the woman that you busted your ass for paying 100% on, you got a 50% chance that she gonna leave you, and 80% of that 50%, she's gonna be filing divorce on you. And if she's a professional, statistics show that it's 85 to 90% that she gonna file on you, no matter how much money you got. Man, y'all keep on listening to these damn clowns in the United States and not think about the laws. See, he got y'all talking about love. I got y'all thinking about the fucking laws in the United States. Fuck the love. Love don't mean shit in the United States no more. These women are leaving y'all. They putting 30% of y'all paying child support for kids that ain't even y'all. Y'all getting locked up for child support, losing your passports, losing your jobs. Y'all got back child support for 3, 4, 5, 10 years of child support. They taking y'all back to court. If you get a raise on your job, you live in a country where this woman could go take you right back to court and say, Your Honor, this nigga got more money. Does he? Yup. Give her more money, Negro. You Cushite. You live in that country. So why you sitting back worrying about the kumbaya and black love coming together? You try to put together black love, you better be thinking about them damn laws that keep this from happening. It's not black people, it's not black women, it's not black men. It's the laws. The laws. Change the laws. Go ahead. Change the laws that women can't leave men like that. Go ahead. Why do you think Colombia only got a 9% divorce rate? You know why? Ain't no leaving like that. Y'all better work that shit out. The love you ain't got today might be different in a couple years. Y'all better work that shit out. That's how Colombia is in many other countries. Like I said, I'm just using Colombia as an example. Not saying that it's so perfect here. I'm just using this as an example. Stop listening to these dudes, man. These dudes getting y'all fucking set up in the States, man. I bullshit you not, man. That's the one thing you can find all. That's why when dudes sit back and say, you can find a good woman in the United States. Yes, you can find you a good woman. You can find you an excellent woman. You can find you a really, really good woman in the United States. Hands down. I have no problem with that. But you cannot find good laws in the United States. I'll say that again. For all you dudes that think you got you a good woman in the United States, you probably do. But you damn sure ain't got no good laws in the United States to protect you from that good woman. Your fucking prenups don't even work no damn more. You know how many dudes we sit back and see in the entertainment industry? We be like, damn, didn't they sign a prenup? He still owe her $25 million? Why y'all still focusing on law? Focusing on love. I done found my right love. Well, you found the right love in the wrong motherfucking country. That's what my point is. Y'all finding the right love. I'm happy for that. But you are finding the right love in the wrong country because it's got the wrong laws. There are no laws to support men in the United States. None. You can't name a one when it comes to marriage or kids. And there is no prenup for child support. I'll say that again. Prenup will protect you from taking all your shit, but she still can hit you for $3,000, $5,000 a month in child support. So yes, I got my prenup. Ain't no such thing as prenup for child support. So you gonna still come out of money under those laws. Under those laws. And you listen to this brother talk about build a woman up, lift her up, make her more than what she is, show her the God in her. I wish the fuck I would waste my time. I tell you what I be doing. I be on the next thing smoking, looking for a woman in another country that already knows the God in her, who already knows to be lifted up, who already knows to be encouraging. I ain't got to do all that shit. All I got to do is be supportive and encourage her in what she already is on the level that she is and let her know what she's doing correctly and guide her in the areas that she might be doing wrong. But other than that try to help a woman out of her trauma while you marry, man, don't be doing that shit. Don't even be trying to do that as a boyfriend. And y'all be coming to Colombia and Brazil trying to do that shit. It be females down here in Colombia traumatized like a motherfucker by some Colombian dude. And y'all think because y'all American, y'all can come down here and rescue a bitch. No, don't come down here and do that. Don't do it in the States. Don't be getting broken women in the States. Don't be going to other countries getting broken women. As soon as you see that bad bitch is broken, fuck her and get the fuck on. I mean that. I know you're going to get that pussy, so I'm with you on that. But once you get done getting that pussy, and I give it to you 3 times. Let's say she can suck good dick. Get that pussy 3 times and you get the hauling. I want to see the back of your horse riding like a motherfucker. I want to see nothing but dust in the back of your horse tail, just wet, just flying in the air, getting away from that chick. Because no matter how good a woman pussy is, if she's broken in any countries, she gonna try to break you. I'll say this again. Broken women try to break men because they're broken. Broken women will always try to break a good man because they are the ones that are broken. No matter what country you're in. So don't be rescuing broken bitches in the States and don't be rescuing broken women in other countries. Don't be doing that rescuing bitches shit. Y'all be getting me with that one, man. Come down here to Colombia and y'all be with the, I'm like, how the fuck y'all gonna be marrying prostitutes? Booing up prostitutes. I said it. I be seeing it all the time. Y'all be booing up pros. Pay for play is one thing, but then y'all literally be falling in love. Literally. Content creators marrying pay for play. What part of the game is this? Am I a dude from, maybe I'm the person from outer space. Maybe I'm the dude that's from outer space and I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. And Andre, you behind the times. Men ain't men like that no more. Andre, you an old saber-toothed tiger. Ain't no more, you a fossil, dude. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe dudes like me don't exist no more. The men that ain't putting up with no bullshit, that has no fucks to give. My damn ain't gave a damn in a long time. My damn ain't gave a damn in a many moons. give a damn about what this young generation try to spew on us, whether it be well, my gender is this, my gender is that. You a fucking boy, you a fucking girl. I don't care how many dresses you put on, I don't care how many suits you put on. The fuck out of here. Well, you have to respect. What are you, homophobic? I'm old school, baby. All them terms, that's that new bullshit that y'all try to sell for your generation. My generation, we don't go for that shit. We don't go for that shit. And I'm serious, man. Don't be listening to this dude. This dude will have y'all broke than a motherfucker. But let me shut my mouth and go back to the video. Be quiet. Let these dudes roll. Let these dudes go ahead and cook.
And just financial. Any man off the street can walk to a woman and give her money. Providing is elevating a woman mentally, elevating a woman spiritually, emotionally. This is what it means to provide for a woman. Not just here's some money, run off with it. No, let me elevate you. Let me bring you closer to your God. Let me set standards in your life. If your father gave you to me, you are my responsibility from the bottom of your feet to the top of your head. I'm gonna love everything about you 100%. And if I can't do that, I'm not a man. I'm a male, and that's a difference.
That's your one
Man,
track.
talk to me, brother.
No.
Talk.
Before they go in, you can already tell from Yada's talking points who exactly that his audience is. Oftentimes, you'll see these Derek Jackson-like panderers within the female community that says a bunch of buzzwords and talking points that allows the women to feel good about themselves, irrespective of their ability to contribute a damn thing to the relationship. Now, if you're saying that a man is not a man, he is a male unless he can provide 100% of the bills. Now, mind you, he's a multi-millionaire through this pandering bullshit. So him providing 100% of the bills, being a multi-millionaire makes a lot of goddamn sense. But essentially what he's saying is that you are not a man until you can provide 100% of the bills to a woman. Meanwhile, the average salary in the United States, somewhere around $55,000 to $60,000 per year. And if you live in a medium cost to a high cost of living city, that could be difficult just for yourself. But listen, if there's one thing that I've learned about media today is that modern women love to be pandered to, and they'll pay you so much money to just receive information that helps them feel good about themselves. But the problem is, and the problem that I have with this guy is that lying to these women will produce less results in their life because you put them out of state of reality and you put them into a state of delusion. It is delusional to think that a man is not a man until he can provide 100% for a woman. Shit, I look at my own father within my life. He was a teacher. He didn't make a lot of money, but he raised me. So are you telling me that my father was not a man because he couldn't provide 100% in a marriage to my mother? Are you insane? Anyway, let's let Anton cook here for a quick second.
Talk to me, brother.
Nope.
Talk to me,
That's
brother.
not what we're going to do today.
Talk to me, brother.
So this is what we're going to do.
Talk to me, brother.
Because he's like Kamala Harris right now.
Talk to me, brother.
And I've heard all of these talking points.
Saying a lot of
and I don't
nothing.
even study him. Because he says the same thing over and over again.
Talk to me.
See, the thing is that this is a debate. Anton sat there and listened to him. And in response, as he's trying to answer, he's throwing all of these damn words and all of these damn jabs. This means to me that he's a bit scared of what his opponent is about to say. So he's essentially trying to interject to throw him off of his shit. Let's keep going.
You got to control yourself.
Because
that's
Good job, Anton.
Talk to me, brother.
You got to control yourself.
Brother, talk to me.
Calm him down.
So you see how I was quiet
Talk to
when
me.
you were speaking?
No, you cut me off, but go ahead, brother.
I didn't say anything.
You got it, brother. There you go.
I was quiet
made that
when you were
up.
speaking.
Go ahead, brother.
And so now we're going to add nuance. Now we're going to add context. So first thing we have to do is we have to ask ourselves the question, what does it mean to be a man? Because being manly has nothing to do with a woman. It has nothing to do with pandering. It has nothing to do with just providing.
Yeah.
Being a man means being purposeful. That's what being a man is. That means that whatever it is that I seek from God, because my purpose is not a woman. A woman is a helpmeet. So when he panders to you guys, and ladies, remember, I don't know what he's selling. I don't know what product that he has, but my goal is to get you married. My goal is to have you married based off of what God says is sanctified, right? I don't want y'all divorced. I don't want you unequally yoked. I don't want you to be a single baby mama. I don't want you shooting your shot in the dark thinking that this guy is giving you insight when he's just giving you talking points with no real substance behind it.
Let him cook.
And here's the context. At what age do you want to be married? Do you put yourself in a position to find the person that's best for you? Has your father given you away? Does your parents actually see value in the person that is looking to marry you? And when you start to ask yourself these questions,
accountability
and
questions.
I don't speak to just rich people because we both have money, we both have resources. So let's remove that from the table. I speak to the majority, not the minority. And when you are 20, 21, 22 years old, especially if you are a person that's looking to become a man, you are supposed to fail in controlled environments, meaning that your father is not even supposed to give you everything.
Very true.
He's supposed to give you what you need in order to be successful. My father was able to buy me a car, but he told me that I had to earn it and work for it because I valued it more, which then extended to every single thing that I touch, including the woman. See, my wife is here. My wife travels with me. She knows me. She understands me, right? And so at 20, 21, 22 years old, you supposed to be broke. Unless you're doing something that you ain't supposed to do in order to get it.
Right.
You supposed to be building. You supposed to be understanding each other. It's a storming, a norming, a forming situation. And in no circumstance do you ever come into it fully understanding who the person is, regardless of whether you're a man or a woman.
Yeah.
And so when we start to look at what God has ordained to be great, the purpose of a man, it's not just to give spirituality and leadership, and it's to understand. The first thing that the word says, in everything that you do, you get understanding. And everything you do, you get understanding. I don't even know her. I don't even know you. Everybody is out here dating, everybody running around, everybody doing everything. They're giving themselves to each other. We think that money or resources or what you can do or what you can offer a person is supposed to make up for all of the insecurities and the problems and the issues that you have in your childhood. What have you solved for?
He's cooking right now. Now, listen, just consider how flawed this brother's logic is. From a female perspective, if you're not just going to buy into the pandering, essentially you're using money as a qualifier. Listen, there's men out there that have money as a qualifier that don't give a fuck about you at all. But there's good, hardworking men, good character men, high integrity men that may be in and around your space that you won't even look at because he doesn't fit this requirement of getting 100% of the bills paid for you. According to his own definition, I bet you that this brother was a male before he started to pander to women, because once he got that bag, now he can do exactly what it is that he tells most of the population of males to do. Let's keep going.
Right? Do you have problems in your childhood? Do you even have a father? Do you know what it means to be a man? It's a lot of women that's raising men to be feminine because they're in single parent households, right? How does that look? What does it look like when you get into a situation with a woman that has a child out of wedlock already, and then she still has to deal with the father? How do you deal with that?
Just don't get into them.
See, these are the questions that he can't answer for you
because it's
the only thing he talks about is pandering.
Yes.
I'm talking about context. I'm talking about substance. I'm talking about spirituality. I'm talking about praying together. I'm talking about building. You're supposed to get married when you're young because it prevents you from sinning and finding yourself with all of these bodies and these soul ties that ultimately carry with you for the rest of your life. And then you start to see every single man and you can't take it out of your memory with the person that you wind up being with. Most women have skipped over the man that they're supposed to be with because they didn't have the guidance, because they didn't have the spirituality. They don't know the word of God. And so it's easy to just say, oh yeah, just provide 100%.
Yeah.
What happens when life happens and you 22, 23, 24 years old and you get married?
Come on.
The economy messed everybody up.
Come on.
Everybody that thought that they had it, guess what? You got a plan and then God has a plan. What happened to the character? Why you don't talk about character?
Hold on, and Anton,
why he don't talk about character? Because what I teach my daughter, I'm a reflection of the man that I would want my daughter to marry. I don't tell my daughter to go and look for a guy to provide for her.
Right.
I tell my daughter to go and look for a guy that's believing in God, that has good character, that actually worships and looks for and focuses on his purpose, because everything else falls in line. The money is going to come. We so busy chasing money. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and everything else will be added unto you. You don't have to chase money. You don't have to look to women to provide for them, because if you're naturally that, if you're raised up in the admonition of your father, which is what God has ordained for you to do, you don't have to worry about that. That's naturally in you.
Let me answer the question for you, Anton. The reason why he doesn't talk about a man's character within his content is because a man's character doesn't pay her damn bills, right? Which she wants alleviated. The man's character, morals, doesn't pay for the child that she created way before you. But fantastic pivot from this brother right here. But what I can see is that this guy he's surface level in order to pander to extract as much money. Anton is more reality based. He can coach. From what I can hear, he could speak to reality, real life examples, what is really happening today. He focuses on being hard on men, having high requirements and standards for men in order to placate to the emotionality, the irrationality of some of these modern day women.
And so, yes, absolutely, she should be purposeful. And her purpose at that time could be raising the children, depending on if y'all got children. Her purpose at that time could be out there and bringing in resources because she's learning a new skill that can then translate into the company that y'all build together. It's a lot of nuance and a lot of context, but I hate it when people pander to women because they leading y'all astray. And it sounds like I'm a harsh father. It sounds like it's a difficult situation. It sounds like you're just supposed to be given everything. But if that's the case, then why are we as a society,
It's cooking them.
why are we as a people, as Black people in particular, so far behind, and we further behind than we ever been, even though we the freest and we have the opportunity to choose for ourselves? This isn't God. Ain't none of this what he talking about God right now. And I ain't even studied him. I ain't even getting started. I'm gonna let you cook. Go ahead.
Well, hold on, wait. So, but I want clarity before we move.
Before he goes into his statements, and I'll in a second I'm going to shout out to all you guys by way of the Cash Apps. I appreciate you more than you realize. We got 60 people in the building. Click that like button. Once again, Cologne of the night is the African leather. Let me pull this over real quick. Pull myself up. Cologne of the night is African leather. Shout out to you guys who know what this cologne is. Very, very nice. Nothing smells like this. If you want a cologne that's right out that's outside the box, but extremely manly, and the ladies will love it, that African leather. There is nothing like it. But like I said, there's a clone out there now. Go ahead, get the clone. Don't do like I did, pay $300. But you could tell I've already gone through half the bottle in 2 years. But you get the clone and get just as good a result. There's a clone to the African leather as well. So you can Google that. Like Anton was saying, and I'm noticing this. Anton speaks in the way of how things should be. But sadly, they aren't like that. Yeah, men and women should have gotten married younger, 26, 27, 28, 35. And many of us did. That's why many of us are in our first divorce at 41, 51, 52. Because we got married I got married at 30, 36. So a lot of us did get married young. But for whatever reason, it didn't work itself out. So Anton speaks from how things should be, but sometimes it's not like that. The other brother, he speaks from a dreamer's perspective. He sounds just like one of those hustle pastors, say just enough to not be controversial or not to be deep, but just enough to pander to the ladies. At the end of the debate, all the ladies that called into the show, because they let some people call in, all the ladies said that the one gentleman won the debate. They said that he won the debate hands down. Anton doesn't understand. But I'm going to let you guys know something before we go back to the video. And shout out again to all you guys that have donated through the super chat. I'm about to come to that in a second. I'm going to say something. You know why I always say when cameras are off? When these cameras go off, the reason why I say that because after these cameras going to go off, that's when real world kick in. That's why when I say there are no laws for you guys to bring to pass that helps to bring to pass what Anton is saying. What Anton is saying is good, but there is no laws that support you as a man to help that come to pass. I get married at 25, she leaving me at 35, according to the laws and the statistics of the United States. Anton, I gotta be real with you, bruh. This chick gonna leave me. She gonna leave me and she gonna cheat on me. Statistics show that women are cheating just as much as men. Men statistically, they say the men statistically cheat on around a 30% basis. 30% of men have said, yeah, I've been out there before. 28% of women have said, I'd have been out there before. So everybody out there getting it in. But if you live in a country that there's no laws to support Anton's argument, that's the problem. Not his argument, the laws. Even if you get a woman with good character today, we know the United States, she could be sweet as bear meat at 27 years old. And when she hit 37, she thinking that she missed out on life. That I wish I could have did. She could have did a Tia. Just leave her husband from out of nowhere. There are women out there that have done that in droves in the United States. Why? The laws permit it. And so we got the dreamer on this side. That brother's going to try to convince women, your knight in shining armor is on his way, ladies. Just hold out. You can start from scratch. Everything starts over from scratch. Yes, God can forgive us of our sins. Yes, God can lead us. Yes. That doesn't erase that you got 4 kids by 3 baby daddies. That doesn't erase the fact that you got 35 to 50 bodies that you slept with in a 15-year period. That doesn't erase the fact that you had 2 STDs and one of them is herpes right now, ma'am. God forgave you, but the herpes didn't disappear. The 4 kids didn't disappear. All the bodies that you laid with, ma'am, didn't disappear. All those soul ties that you have didn't disappear. So on this side, we got the dreamer selling dreams to these ladies and getting paid. Think about it. My man sitting up there with the expensive sunglasses on. He got this nice little watch, got the little ringy ring. Laid back, saying just enough to keep the money coming in from the ladies. But just because he's saying all this, that doesn't mean that us guys go all of a sudden. See, let me put it like this. In order for what he says to come to pass, with all of a sudden, all these men are going to become stepdads. All of these men are going to ignore the fact that this female had several venereal diseases, 3 baby daddies. In order for that to come to pass, you know what God would have to do? God will literally have to have mass stupidity among men. It would literally have to be we all wake up in the morning and we're the stupidest motherfuckers that ever walked the planet. And we all just go out there and marry these ladies in the States that ain't no good. Ignoring all the good ones that's out there. Ignore all the good ones. Get all these ones that's in shambles. Because that's what this dude is telling. This is what this dude is telling you. Ignore good women that ain't got no kids and latch on to the women that got issues so you can lift them up. Ignore the women that ain't got no issues. They did the right thing. They waiting for a good man. Ignore them. Get with these bitches that got 15, 35 dicks under their belt. Get with them. That's what this dude is saying. Go rescue the bitches with all the motherfucking dicks in their life. That's how stupid that you need to be. But I'm saying this not only for the US, I'm saying this to all you dudes that are traveling with passports. Stop going to other countries and being a dumbass because you weren't a dumbass in the States. Did you do dumbass shit in the States for the ladies? No. Don't use your passport and then go to Thailand or Taiwan, get you a broken chick, and ignore all the good ones, and then wonder why your shit ain't working out in Taiwan. You know how many passport bros I know that's divorced? Nobody ever wants to talk about that. You know how many passport expats I know went to other countries, married a broken chick, not broke necessarily as far as economics, but broken, didn't marry a broken chick in their own country, but got a passport, went to another country, but because this broken chick was so fine and she sucked such good dick, these expats married them. And guess what? A few years later, they're divorced. And now he's sitting up there like, damn, I got to pay some of my money to this chick over in this other country, even though I'm back home. They wouldn't let me out the country unless I signed over my rights to the house. Nobody ever wants to talk about that. There's a lot of us expats that are married, but it's a lot of expats that's divorced too. Because you dealt with broken chicks in the States, and then you got a passport and you ran and got with a beautiful ass broken chick in Brazil, or a beautiful broken chick in Peru, or a beautiful ass broken fucking Venezuela, or broken Colombiana. These chicks broken. Like I said, I'm not talking about broke. I'm talking about broken. You know what the fuck broken is. They ain't no good for nobody. Don't do that, man, in other countries, and don't listen to this dude in the United States. Shout out to Mr. O in the building. I'm going to come back again, guys, in a second. I'm going to let these guys cook. And then we're going to come to the do the shout outs for the cash apps. And some people might say, when these cameras go off, fuck you, Andre, I'm going to keep on dealing with broken bitches anyway. I know. What y'all think, I'm stupid or something? If y'all think that I don't think when these cameras go off, ain't none of y'all gonna ever get drugged. Okay. Ain't none of y'all gonna be with a broken chick. Right. Ain't none of y'all gonna be a Western Union poppy sending money through Western Union to these chicks. Whatever. Y'all must think I'm Tom Tucker, that dumb motherfucker. No, I know. These cameras, when I click this camera off, it's still gonna be dudes. Fuck what Andre just said for the last couple hours. Fuck what Anton said. Fuck what the other brother said. I'ma get with these broken ass chicks around the world. And the last person that's gonna end up broken over time is you. That's the part you ain't caught on to. Broken women break good men because they are broken. Broken women will break a good man because she's broken. Some of y'all got women and y'all got married and got girlfriends in other countries, and you still can't talk to her. You couldn't talk to the chick in the United States about real shit that you're going through, and now you got your chick in the Philippines, and you can't even talk to her either, huh? You've been with her for 5 years, huh? Still can't even talk to her, huh? About some real sit down, baby, I need to talk to you about some shit I'm going through as your husband type shit, huh? But you've been with that chick in Philippines for 5 years, huh? Just like the chick in the United States, you can talk about real issues with. You went to another country, did the same shit. You went from one broken chick to another broken chick. Fellas, we got to stop doing that. We got to stop doing that shit. All right, let's go on back. We're going to keep on giving DC Rob and Razor Ray material. Let's go on back to the gentleman. And then I'll come to the comment section. Next time I'm going to come to the comment section and to the Cash App. But let's let these brothers cook.
Move on.
Go ahead.
Because when we talk about should men pay 100% of the bills, I'm assuming that means based on the context that you just gave.
It's based off of your circumstance and situation. Everyone is different, and nobody is a monolith.
My brother.
Nobody is a monolith.
Okay.
I love how he put so much passion into his words. But when God created man, God gave man a purpose. And what was the purpose? What was the purpose? He placed that man in a garden. What's this? That's a tree. What's this? Those are clouds. What's that? That's a sky. What's that? That's a bear.
That's not what happened.
Listen to me.
You don't even know the word of God.
Listen to me.
You don't even know the word of
Listen
God,
to me, brother. Listen to me. And when God seen that he was fit to represent himself as a man, he put him to rest. And from that rib,
this is actually a smart tactic. You know, this is how preachers get a lot of women within the church. He's attacking with logic and reality, and now he's going faith-based in order. This is like, you know, ever watch that show Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and they got to phone a friend? He's phoning God right now in order to try to help his argument. Anton just asked you maybe 27 questions in reality about the context of relationships, the context of marriage, the nuance within all of that, and you start going to Adam and Eve, baby? What? Excuse me. I don't want to get deep into this religious discussion. Let's listen to a little bit more to see if there's any more substance.
Eve. Now, this is a fact. Now we have to understand, what does it mean when you create a woman from the rib? What is a rib? A rib protects the internal organs, the heart and the rib. If the rib is mishandled, it fractures, it breaks. And what does that do to the man? It leaves him vulnerable. It leaves him hurt. But if a man handles this rib, protects this rib, uplifts this rib, guides this rib, loves this rib, this woman is able to become something greater than what she was created, which uplifts the man himself. So God gave a man responsibility before he gave him a woman. He didn't say, here's Adam and here's Eve. He says, here's Adam.
Sound like he at the pulpit right now, right?
And here's a responsibility. And then when God was seen that he was fit to be considered a man and a head, which God is the head of man and man is the head of woman, he then gave God Eve. And then what happened, brother? And then what happened?
You tell me. Because I'm gonna add the context. I want you to
we can go in deep. If you want chapters, whatever, we can do this. But I need every young man listening to me that was raised in a home without a father. Young girls that was raised in homes without fathers. Your mother is divine greatness. Your mother is beautiful. I don't care what no man says about you, your mother, or where you can go. Strive to elevate. Strive to become the best version you are before you get into a relationship, so you don't have to drag a woman through the same things your fathers did to your mothers.
Oh my God.
Love.
So you don't have to drag another woman through the same thing that your father did your mother. Do many of us realize, I think some of us don't want to admit that our mama wasn't about the right when she was in her 20s and in her 30s. Because we don't ever want to think about our mama like that. You don't want to think about your mama was in the 70s at the club. I used to go out in parties, stand around. You ain't think about your mama like that. You ain't trying to think about your mama, you know, out there dating, mating, ups and downs of relationships. We kind of like treat relationships as if they were invented when we were born, not when our parents were born and beyond. As y'all can tell from watching this channel a long time, I'm a realist. I tell y'all all the time, my mama was when she was right and when Dorothy Lee was wrong. In my mama 20s, she wasn't right. Early 30s, did she take care of us? Cookies, cars, and candy, and to make sure she's a great mom on that part? Excellent mom. As far as relationships, no. And some of y'all, you ain't got to put a 1 in the comment section. Y'all ain't got to tell y'all story. But some of y'all can relate to my story that when you were younger, you saw your mama was like, let's put it like this. You could have dropped my mama at 26 in 2024, and she would have blended right on in with them ratchet chicks at 26. Oh, shout out to you, yo. I'll say that again. You could have took my mama from the 70s at 26 years old, 25, 24, 29, dropped her in this Cardi B era, and she would have blended right on fucking in. And I had a great mother, but as far as relationships were concerned, she wasn't about the right. Neither was my sister. And I love my sister. She picked up some of my mom traits when it came to relationships. It took my sister till she got older, just like it took my mom till she got older, to sit their butts down and grow the heck up when it came to the type of people that they want to have in their life as far as relationships were concerned. I'm not hating on women, but I'm being a realist about the fact that I know that, see, some of y'all mamas at 26, she was out there working on a farm. She was innocent. She had been with your daddy since she was 19. They've been married for the last 84 years. I got you. That's some of us. But that's not all of our story. This dude, once again, is trying to set y'all up for the setback. He's trying to set you up to be set back. What do I mean by that? Go and keep your ass in the States. Nothing wrong with the United States. Love it. Go and keep dating in the United States. Cool. But go ahead and keep ignoring the good women in the United States, because this is not who he's talking about. Notice, he is not talking about women that ain't been through a bunch of major issues. All he's talking about are women that got issues that need to be rescued from. There's a bunch of women in the United States that don't need a motherfucker to be rescuing them. They good. They just looking for a husband. They just looking for a boyfriend. In many cases, they're just looking for some dick. They just good women that get ignored. But everybody wants to rescue the women that got all these issues and shit. Dude, stop being a damn rescue ranger like you Chip and Dale and rescuing women in the United States. Why do I say that? Because if you keep doing that in the United States, you're going to get your passport and bring that fucked up habit to another country. And you're going to be rescuing no good ass bitches. Just like you were doing in the States. That's why I say that. That's exactly why I say that. Let me give you guys some shout outs. Let me scroll back up here what you gentlemen has to say. Shout out to my man Jamon in the building. Shout out to YouTube. Chalupe is in the building as well. He said, what we supposed to do? There are too many decent women in the United. I'm glad that you asked that too. There are too many decent women in the United States for dudes to purposely go out and seek women that had issues. Anybody that's been a stepfather knows you are not going to be number one. Do realize this guy that's speaking is a stepfather. He might be rich. He might be saved as far as the church is concerned. But the reason why he's pandering to... What man would sit back and talk about the opposite of what his wife actually is? In his right mind. When was the last time we saw a content creator who was married to to a woman with a kid talk about don't be a stepdad, don't be like me. None of them. All of them always tell you, well, I have such a great relationship with my stepchildren. I love my stepchild. I love my stepchildren. It's a wonderful life. You should do it too. All of them tell you to do it. All of them. I'm telling you that I was a stepdad for 14 years to a very feminine woman, very professional, very down to earth, soft spoken, very attractive, and the children were great. The children graduated college. The children are financially successful right now. Like I mentioned before, my stepdaughter, she's only been with one young man in her life. They've been married for going on 7-8 years. They met at 16 in high school, have been together ever since then. 2 kids. And I still, after all that, even I being in a perfect scenario situation, I would not wish the evil of stepfatherhood on any man. And I'm talking to you stepdads too, that don't want to tell dudes the whole truth. When you guys who have not been a stepdad, I'm gonna tell you how it works. There's gonna always be something, especially if you ain't got no kids yourself, there's gonna always be something in you that's missing. There's gonna always be something in you that's gonna make you feel like you're on the outside of the bakery looking in. Stepfathers don't never tell you that shit. They just tell you, my kids love me. I've been a stepdad for 15 years. We love each other. This is a loving household. They never tell you that there's always something that's missing, something that doesn't connect you to the kids. You always feel like you're an outsider when they go to their grandparents' house, but they never go to your parents' house. They never meet your sister, which would be their step aunt. So they don't connect with your side of the family. Stepfathers never tell you that shit. How many times, put a comment in one in the comment section, all you stepdads, how many times have your stepkids been over on a regular basis to your family's house? Meaning your mama, your aunties, your cousins, the little cousins that's they age. That shit never happens. If it happens, it only happens a little bit. It never happens like that. But stepfathers don't never tell you that shit. But ask, how many times have you been over to the kids' grandparents' house or your wife's parents' house with all their cousins and families? You know why? Because that ain't your family. And your family will say, oh, those are nice kids. Why he bringing her kids over here? Why is he bringing her kids over here? Their last name ain't Spence. But they never tell you that there's always something in you. Even if you were in a situation like me for 14 years, a really good scenario as far as step parenting was concerned. But I always felt like something was missing, like I was always an outsider, like I always had to ask permission as a grown-ass man. I felt like I had to ask permission to say certain things to the kids, permission to talk to the grandparents, permission to talk to the dad, permission for this, permission for that. You always felt like you were no matter what you did. I never forget this. I had paid for all this for our stepdaughter and all that for our stepdaughter and did this and did that and took her here and took her there. Thinking I'm getting somewhere with her. Now, mind you, we were close. Her dad, who was in and out of jail, got her a little super thin gold chain. And I think I've told this story before. Got her a super thin gold chain with her initial on it. She ran to me so fast. Andre, look at what my dad got me. It's so beautiful. And I, you're a kid, you encouraging them. Oh, wow, that's beautiful. I'm glad your dad got you that. That's so wonderful. I know you're gonna treasure it. Yeah, I want to make sure I take care of it. Could you do me a favor? Can you take me to go get some gold cleaner? Because I always want I want to make sure that it stays clean and shiny. Come on, girl. Let me take you get some gold cleaner. I never got one thank you for appreciation for what I did all that time for her. And we weren't even near the time of divorce. We're in the middle of a stable family relationship, and I never got thank you. Oh, yeah, I got Father's Day gifts, but that was Father's Day gifts because of the mama say, give Andre something. Don't let Father's Day slide by without giving Andre something. So yeah, the mom would make sure it wasn't because those were my kids and those kids thought about that they themselves. No, mom had built that up in them over time. You're always the fucking outsider. And I don't care what stepdad says what. You always feel like you got to go the extra mile. You got to put in extra work. You're always extra on some extra shit. And all you stepdads out there, I'm telling the truth. Stop me when I'm lying. Put a 1 in the comment section if I'm lying as a stepdad and you don't feel that feeling every once in a while, every time you turn around that you feel like that you're in, but you're not in. You're a part of, but you ain't really a part of. And put a 1 in the comment section if I'm lying, stepdads, all y'all stepdads, all you step boyfriends in Colombia, in Peru, in Brazil, in Thailand, all you dudes that step boyfriends to a woman that got kids or a kid, you always feel like that you are not truly a part of, even though you are part of. Even though you put proceeds and you pay towards, you really ain't a part of. And the kids that you might be with are great kids. Nothing wrong, they ain't bad at all. Mine weren't bad. And then stepdads, put a 1 in the comment section if I'm lying, that if she leaves you, they came as a package deal, they leave as a package deal, and you know it. All you stepdads that sit back and act like your shit ain't gonna never end, you got a 50% chance in the United States divorce rate that your shit gonna end just on a regular relationship. It's rare. It happens, but it's rare that when your relationship ends with their mama, you and the kids are still cool. Every once in a while, I got a few partners that say, yeah, well, me and the kids are still cool. We talk here and there. But most part, fuck no. Once the mama gone, all that you did for the kids, all that love, all that praying, all that fasting, them late night homeworks, all that. And I'm not speaking out of bitterness. I'm speaking out of facts. I'm not bitter or angry or disappointed. None of that. Dude, I'm happily married. That life is gone. But I am not dumb enough to let you stepdads try to trick these other brothers who are single into thinking that they should be stepdads in the United States and be stepdads in another fucking country. Stop that shit. And all you dudes know, when you meet me, you already know. As soon as y'all be like, well, Dre, she got kids. That's on you. You already heard what I got to say on the camera. All these women in Colombia, all these women in Brazil ain't got no damn kids, and all y'all want to sit up there and rescue chicks. You always gonna feel like an outsider. Why? Because you will never, ever, you can build a fucking mansion. You could be worth billions. The moment that you decide to become a stepdad or a step-boyfriend, the kids are number one. She's number two. The baby daddy is always number three. I'll say it again. If you think that you got more pull than the baby daddy, I don't give a fuck if the baby daddy is dead or in jail. I'll say it again for all you simps that don't want to listen. I don't care if she tell you he's in jail or in hell. At the end of the day, those kids will miss him more than they love you. Those kids will miss the fact that their biological dad is not in their life, at least periodically, more than they think about all the shit that you do for them. Dad is going to always be number 3. Don't you ever in your fucking life think that you're going to be, I do this, my kids this. They say what they need to say. They say what they're supposed to say. They say what mom tells them to say. When you're at work, mom says, go ahead and cook this, that for him. Go do this, that for him. They'll do that. Yes, they will love you. I'm old. If it wasn't for my stepdad, I wouldn't be the man I am today. I got you. You don't never hear that shit on a football game or at a award ceremony. You ain't never heard nobody ever say because of my stepdad, except for maybe Shaq. Nobody gives shout out to stepdad. You will never take the father's place, ever. I ain't trying to take your father's place. Don't worry about it, Negro. You ain't. It's the kids, it's her. It's the baby daddy or daddies that you got to deal with. One might be cool. The other two might be assholes. Then the grandparents. Don't you ever in your life think that you got more authority in that house, even though you bought it, but that's their grandkids. And they wish you fucking would have something to say to them about their grandkids. What you gonna say? These my kids? No, they ain't. No, all you step boyfriends in Brazil, you gonna tell you gonna tell her parents, these my kids? I paid for this bungalow, this villa in Brazil? No, the fuck you ain't. Oh, all you dudes that's in Utah, Wyoming, Oklahoma, Dallas, Atlanta, Kansas, you DC boys, you all y'all, the step boyfriends and the step daddies, you gonna tell the grandparents about their grandkids that were around before you brought your ass around. I'm gonna say that again. You telling me that that your money and proceeds is greater than the grandparents say so, who are around with the kids before your ass came around. You met them kids and they were 8. Them grandparents been with them kids when them kids were 8 minutes old. You ain't never greater than the grandparents. If you're a stepfather or a step boyfriend, your ass will always be number 4. Don't you ever in your life think that you will raise up the fucking ranks. Well, when the kids get older, nigga, you still gonna be number 4. You still gonna be number 4. That's the problem with stepdads. You never number 1 in her eyes. You never number 1 in the kids' eyes because you are not the biological parent. They will either miss their dad or spend time with their dad and appreciate the little time that they do get with their dad. You'll never outrank her. You'll never outrank her parents. You can forget that shit. You'll never outrank his parents. The father's parents? Shit. You crazy. Anybody that's ever been a stepdad, go ahead, put that lie in the comment section that you outrank the grandparents. Go ahead, step boyfriends. You've been fucking a woman with got kids for 3, 4, 5 years. Go ahead, put in the comment section that you outrank the grandparents. What the fuck you would say that? You don't outrank no fucking, you don't outrank her parents, and you do not outrank his parents. Don't you ever in your life think as a parent that you outrank them because you bought this big ass house and you paid for school clothes and you put food in the kid's stomach and you gave them some advice and you took them to a skating rink and they went skating and you went on ahead and did this and did that. And you think because you to put some money in the pot that you outranked the grandparents? Nigga, please. You out your rabbit ass mind. And if you don't outrank the grandparents and you don't outrank both parents, him and her, whether he's around or not, you damn sure don't outrank the kids. So all you dudes that purposely go out to be step parents, have fun with that shit, dog. Have fun with it. Won't be me. Like in the words of Boondocks, Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. I did that shit one time and my situation was gravy. I have no complaints about my situation. None. If a dude that had no complaints about step parenting is warning you about step parenting and being a step boyfriend, you really should take heed. I'm not one of them dudes that had a fucked up situation and the kids was bad and it was da-da-da-da and me and her didn't get along. We argue and that's what caused the divorce and me and him was beefing. I ain't had none of that shit. And even in a good situation, I still tell you, you're a bigger man than me for doing that shit. I'd never do that shit ever again in life. If I was single, I wouldn't be, dude, the only thing that a woman that got kids could do is get some dick and I'm getting the fuck on. That's it. That's it. All you do is want to rescue chicks and shit. What? And a lot of y'all do it because your mama needed rescuing like mine did. Can we be real? A lot of you dudes, because your mama didn't have nobody and you had your two brothers and sisters and you wish that it was a male in the house. And so here your ass go trying to live the legacy of a stepdad that you wish you had. I'm going to say that shit one more time.
You better back the fuck up out my face, goddammit.
I'm from
Detroit, Michigan. Don't play with me.
Some of you dudes only became stepdads because you wish you had a fucking stepdad. Your biological dad was in and out, or he wasn't around, or he passed on, or he was in jail, whatever it was. And you yearned for a father figure or a male role model. Your uncle only came around every blue moon because he lived on the other side of the city, whatever the fuck it is. And so when it was your turn to be a grown man, here you go putting your motherfucking cape on, rescuing bitches, because you thought your mama needed rescue because you thought that you needed rescuing. So therefore, didn't nobody come rescue you or your mom or your brothers or your sisters. Here your ass going rescuing motherfuckers in the name of what you wanted in the past. Let the past go, bruh. Let the past go. We sitting up there trying to be the best motherfucking stepdads in the name of what we wish we would have had. Well, I wish I would have had a stepdad in the house. If I had a male role model, I would have been like, there's so many black young men and black families in the community. It takes a village to all that bullshit they sell y'all to guilt you. Notice they don't never do shit to guilt women into being with you. When the last time you heard somebody guilt women into being with you? Oh, they don't? They don't guilt women into being with y'all? Girl, you should go ahead and go to the Cheesecake Factory. That's petty. Girl, you should go ahead and get a man with $50,000 that makes $50,000 a year. You know $100,000 is too much for most people. The economy is not set up like that, girl. You crazy. Girl, why'd you hang up on him? He's a good man. You need to call him back right now and get him out the friend zone. That should be the one that you should be with. Ain't no guilt for women, is it? But these dudes right here will pander to women and guilt trip your ass every time you turn around and get paid while they do it. Let's go back to the video. I don't want to keep you guys all night.
Of yourself enough.
What is he even
to
saying?
Provide for yourself. So when you get into a relationship with a woman, you don't have to abandon her or drag her through your turmoils. All praises is completely due to the Most High. Go ahead.
All right, I'm gonna pause it right here. That was unbelievable. I feel like, number one, the louder that you yell doesn't make you more correct. I hope you do know that. But, I guess the preacher thing, the fake preacher prophet thing that he's doing, it works, right? It works to a subsection. That's why men are leaving the church, right? In droves for a variety of reasons, but one of which because the emotionality placates to the ear of a woman. But actually watching this debate in this manner reminds me that it pays dividends to be less emotional when you deliver your talking points, such as what an Anton is. Remain salient, clear with your points, direct, as opposed to all of this kind of theatrical shit that the brother on the right is doing. Anyway, let's fast forward a little bit because they go off into the religious conversation for far too long.
Regardless of whether or not we get you impregnated or not, we still have to be responsible for that. We go to jail regardless of if we want to take care of that kid or not. If we decide that we don't want to pay child support, even if it's not your child, a woman can put your name on the birth certificate and you will be imprisoned as a result of it.
Yeah, paternity fraud.
That is just the facts. It's men every single day that go to jail for things that they didn't do. They get accused of things that they didn't do every single day, meaning that men by default, even back in the word of God, is held accountable for the things that their wife do. But it doesn't absolve the woman from being responsible for her own decisions. It does not absolve her at all. And that's the part of the context that we're missing. We always want to put it on the men. And justifiably so, because men have to be responsible, and you've never seen how great a society is without men being great themselves.
Yeah.
But we don't live in that time.
Oh, praises. Now, I want to finish what I was saying about
But I'm going to let him finish.
Thank you so much,
Let's go ahead and get it. Let's go ahead.
Thank you so much. First, I want to say, Anton, I love you. And I'm glad that you came here to speak with me today. We don't have to get emotional, over talk, yell. It's not about proving points, bro. We're going to show facts. That's it. You said talking points, right? You said we couldn't go in context. Now, as we see, when a man leaves a woman unprotected, she doesn't just get hurt. Her family beneath her gets hurt. Now we're going to step into what the brother was talking about, generational curses. The generational curse fell on the sons. You okay, brother? I thought you were having a seizure. Your neck was moving a little bit. You okay?
I'm listening.
Just making sure you're okay.
Because you're doing the Kamala Harris.
No, brother, please, brother. Thank you so much. I love you, brother, really. When Adam and Eve, Adam is the head over woman. God is the head over man. When Adam ate, I'll give you a check if you want to, because I know I like to go back, and this is what I do. He ate of the fruit. Like the brother said, he was naked. God came to him and said, why are you hiding? He said, I'm naked. He said, who told you you're naked? Yes or no? You agree with that part? Thank you so much for agreeing. He then asked him, who told you you were naked? He said, the woman that you gave me the fruit, and I ate. He took no responsibility over that woman. Now this turns into a generational curse, which goes down to Cain and Abel. When a man leaves a woman unprotected, we're going to see death in high numbers, as we do right now. Detroit, Chicago, New York, they're even rapping about it, calling it drill music. But if men, young men, had fathers in their lives.
See, the issue with what he's doing is that there's a lot of people that are just wrapped up into what he's saying right now. But remember the original question, should men pay 100% of the bills? But now he has taken the pylon and thrown it to, should women be protected? A man does not have to pay 100% of the bills to protect a woman. What he's effectively doing is strawmanning. He's answering a question based off of men protecting women, and he's foregoing this 100% of the bills situation because Anton cooked him alive when Anton responded previously. He can't get into the nuances of men's age. He can't get into the nuances of all of the hardworking men, blue collar savages, even white collar men that do not make enough money to support a woman 100% in a medium cost to a high cost of living city. He can't talk about the responsibility that woman has to her womb. Why? Because of accountability. He can't talk about the responsibility of what do you bring to the table. Why? Because it forces accountability. He can't talk about some of their nasty ass attitudes. He can't talk about some of their low key hate for men, but at the same time, creating content that breeds contempt or hate for men that do not align into his paradigm. So I had to skip forward about 5-ish minutes or so, and one of the hosts, facilitators, Tyshawn, brings around the question. Let's listen to his question again and then listen to their answers.
They're in masterminds, they're investing in themselves, but they have not really quite arrived at that place where they feel in this economy that they can really provide for the family at the level that they want, at the vision that they want, but they also may still have a lady that they love or that they're building with.
Building with.
Is it a good idea? Because I really want to give the men some game here. Should men take on a woman that they feel like they love and is an asset before he is capable and ready to 100% provide?
Good question.
What do you mean by, let me ask just a little bit more concept.
Yeah.
What do you mean by as is an asset?
Well, he feels like she has the qualities of a good wife.
Because I believe that every woman can be an asset, but I'm wondering, in the context of your question, what do you mean by that?
As she has the qualities to become a wife and his long-term partner that he can build.
So the woman that I'm assuming the woman that a gentleman is serious about.
Absolutely.
Should he take her on if he can't quite provide?
Should he jump into this? Okay, I'm just gonna summarize it because I'm a C student. I'm slow. He's smarter than me. Should he get into a relationship with this woman even though he can't provide 100%. Is that
100%? Yes.
Okay. All right, I got you. Is that a question for me?
Actually,
First?
how about this? I want to actually hear from Yada on this one because I'm not sure who's
because I think
here.
we're trying to clarify: should that be the goal to pay 100%, or should that be the standard?
Answer the question
prior to getting into a relationship.
It took him 30 minutes to come back here.
Should it be the goal or the standard? What do you mean? Break it down a little bit.
So you change.
Break it down a little bit for me.
So go ahead, Ty. Because I want to make sure we ask the same question.
Because I don't want to change the question. I want to make sure we're clear on the question. The question is simply, if we have a brother who is not ready to 100% provide at this point in his life and time, should he seriously be looking to pursue, marry, and build with a woman?
No.
Can I ask one more question?
Yes.
Or let me just add one more piece of context.
Okay.
Does it matter how old he is? How old is this guy that's asking this question? Because if you're 40, I think it's a completely different conversation.
Okay.
Than if you're 20.
Now, if you guys paid attention, the original answer to the question, he just said no. So he gave a comprehensive no. If you're 20, 25, 30, 35, comprehensive no. The context that Anton brought in is this age thing. So again, it's context. It's not surface level. It's digging into layers of the onion to try to understand the reality or the truth about a subject. Because the truth is that a 20-year-old man, from a financial perspective, more often than not, cannot compete with the finances of a 40 to 45-year-old man. The peak is probably going to be around 45 years of age, if not 50 years of age, from a money-making perspective. You can provide a lot more during that time than earlier on. But then Anton also added in the idea that, hey, listen, it's more beneficial for people to get married early because it keeps their private parts from getting STDs. It keeps them off of the streets. It keeps them, more often than not, hopefully focusing on their purpose, their passion. They begin to be able to create a family and like all of these different things. And, we can argue the nuances of whether or not you need a marriage in order to be able to do that. For the context of the conversation, leave that out for right now. Anyway, let's just keep going.
Well, let's say between 30 and 40.
Give me the context on the different age groups. You can wrap that all into your answer when you contextualize your response.
Let them go.
I believe that, again, I think that if you're 20, marriage it's a multi-purpose construct, right? It's not just for love. I look at marriage as a business also. As a matter of fact, I also look at marriage as a business first. It doesn't mean that it absolves you from love, but I absolutely look at it as a business. On top of that, it's also supposed to prevent you from sinning, right? One of the things that I advocate against is people doing married people things without, and again, you got to come from the perspective that I look at this through the lens of a Christian, right? So I'm saying that a lot of times people want to jump head first into sex out of wedlock, children out of wedlock, so on and so forth. And I believe that absolves you from that. And it also gives you a greater purpose and responsibility because you now have to shepherd over somebody other than yourself. And generally, especially men, most men, you're supposed to care more about the people around you. And that's why even when you're trying to solve for something or even when you're trying to be successful, they tell you to think about somebody other than yourself, because sometimes if you do it just for you, you won't care. But if you're doing it for your daughter, if you're doing it for your son, if you're doing it for people that's outside of you, even your mother or your father, when you add people into that equation, a lot of times you'll be a lot more purposeful and you'll be a lot more dedicated, consistent, and so on and so forth. So if you're solving for sin, if you're solving for also wanting to be successful, but understanding that it's an exchange for strengths for weaknesses, because it's not just one way, right? Women do add value into the conversation, and you're 20, 21, 22, 23 years old, you're supposed to be broke relatively. I mean, compared to what me and him have, you're supposed to be broke. You're not going to be making $200, $300, $400, $1 million, $2 million a year. That's just a fact, unless you're doing something that you're not supposed to do. So at that age, I absolutely advocate for people to get married. And I also believe that it's best for people that have less resources to get married, because it's a quicker way to build wealth. The goal ultimately should always be to where you can release her from doing the things that normal women would do that are single, as far as having to provide and protect for themselves. But at the same time, I also think that there's nuance in that, because if you're in a relationship with somebody that's early in there and you got it from scratch, I think that she has equity in what you do. If you're a 40, 50-year-old man, I think you need to probably get yourself together before you decide that you want to bring a woman into your space and you can't provide. And that's the context.
That's
I think that
concept.
when you're older, if you've been playing video games and you've been doing the same thing over and over again and you don't have the results, you need to go and study your word. You need to get in your Bible. You need to dedicate yourself. You need to get a coach. You need to figure out what life is like. So at that point, I don't think that you should be in a relationship.
So here's the only thing that I disagree with, and maybe it's just something that Anton didn't say, but towards the end of that, he said, if you're 40 years old, you should be able to provide. If you've been eating Cheetos, like to a degree, it's going back to the male statement that Yada Awakening said a little bit earlier. But I still don't think a man is a male if he's 40 to 45 years old and cannot provide 100% of the bills to a woman, right? Do I think it should be 50-50? No. I think it could be 70-30. I think it could be 80-20. Shit, if you want to do 90-10, I still don't think that because you do 90-10 or 80-20, that is making you a male. I absolutely do not agree with that. And I even think with the inflation of today, the economy of today, it is doable by probably less than 5% of men. Think about it again. It's probably less than 10% of all men. But the interesting part about that is the 80-20 rule, the 90-10 rule, where they say that 90% of the women go for 10% of the men. It's interesting how those numbers tend to line up. Anyway, let's keep going.
Context, just so I understand, a man between his 20s and I guess between 20 and 30, it's fine for him to not be able to provide 100%. Because
absolutely.
He's building with his lady. As 100%. A man gets
40. And here's the rest of the context though, because I think that in society, and we live in this social media culture, that everybody thinks that you're supposed to live in a mansion. Everybody thinks that you're supposed to have a high-rise condo, right? You could provide 100%, especially if you have children, but are you willing to lower your lifestyle in order to build successfully and then add value into the assets that will ultimately make you rich in the future, right? So it's so much nuance, there's so much context to this, and it depends on where you at in your life. It depends on what you study, and it depends on what your family structure is like. It depends on if you come from money and resources, right? All of those things matter, and I think that there is no one right answer. It depends on the circumstance, and everybody's circumstance is different.
There we have it. Okay, Yada, we're gonna give you a chance to respond here.
I love the way you articulate himself. It's very beautiful. But being well traveled, I've seen men provide 100% without having so much. And like the brother said, long as they're staying within their standards, I don't think a man should get into a relationship with a woman until he knows he's able to handle all responsibilities by himself, just in case that woman leaves him. Because if you're in a relationship with a woman and you're living with a woman and she's paying half and you're paying half and she leaves you, what are you going to do? Lose everything?
So his argument is he believes that you shouldn't be in any relationship until you are able to pay 100%, not 70%, not 90%. You need to be paying 100% of the bills or you shouldn't get no pussy. None. Forget about all the pussy that you want to get. You ain't got time for it. You're supposed to put yourself in a position, no matter what stage, no matter what age of life, to pay all the bills, the college fund, school clothes for the kids, everything. And if you're a step parent, you definitely need to be paying 100%, according to his theory. According to his theory. But at the end of the day, guys, we know that economically, like Anton and Mediocre Tutorial Review was just saying, if you're at 25 years old, 26 years old, you're not in the position or the mindset to think about paying 100% of anything. In most countries, it's set up like that. Not at 25 years old, that's 26. You just paying all the bills, huh? Like I keep saying, these guys are going to continue to breed the type of women that you guys are tired of. I'll say this again. It's men like this. It's not the women. Women gonna be women. We queens of the world. We rule. We boss bees. All that. Women go talk like that. Go ahead, ladies. Go ahead, talk that talk. But the ones that's messing it up for y'all in the States, these Negroes right here, this brother right here that's talking, as long as he got the microphone and he could talk to 15, 20,000 women and tell these women that you men in the United States will somehow, some way come around and be dumb enough to help them raise all 5 of those kids, he gonna keep making money and y'all gonna keep getting used for your money. I'm telling you. I wish I could, you know what? I wish it was a different way. I wish the world in certain ways was back the way that it was in the 80s and 90s, where relationships were relationships and slow jams were slow jams in the 70s. No era was perfect. I'm not saying that that was a perfect time. But compared to now, it's crazy. It's crazy. There is no fucking way. The way that the laws and love is set up in the States right now, man, there is no fucking way I'll be trying to get married in the United States. I hate to say it like that. It's just so much just against men in the United States by law. The society is against heterosexual men. I mean, it's crazy. Crazy how much is against us men in the United States. And I'm not hating on my country. I love my country. Don't get it twisted at all. But what I'm talking about, man, it's hard treading. You riding that horse uphill. You riding that horse uphill when it comes to looking for love and fairness and laws and respect. Man, I don't see how y'all do it. I don't see how you do it. Let me get these shout outs in. Get the shout outs into the brotherhood. Shout out to the brothers tonight. My man Petey Lamont with the $50. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, Jaquez in the building. Appreciate you, brother. Salute to you as well. Salute to my brother Vincent Woods of the Woods family, first of his name. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you very much, guys, for the love, the appreciation. But definitely, guys, I'm telling you, that if you want to know who is ruining the dating game, it's not the women. It's simps, and it is dudes like this that's pushing this narrative. I'll say it again. A chick, you could tell her, listen, baby, you too big. Another guy could say, baby, you too big. 10 more dudes could say, baby, you cute, but you just too damn big. And even another dude might be like, hey, I smash you on a drunk night. But then there'll be a simp that'll sit back and tell her all big girls are queens of the world. Ain't nothing wrong with you. You are the best. I know you got 4 kids. I'll take care of them. That's who's ruining America. The panderers and the simps. You get rid of simps in the United States and you get rid of the panderers and watch how relationships start coming back together. Because women will stop lying to themselves because these simps and these panderers will stop lying to them. I feel sorry for the women in the United States. Economically, times are tighter than ever. I was just watching a video of women just crying because they're getting fired in mass numbers, man. I mean, women, they letting their ass go. They letting them go. I thought I was going to be a boss bitch forever. And so now you're starting to see that, okay, they just out here playing games. They're playing mind games now. Nobody cared. I'm going to tell you guys something in all sincerity from what I've noticed. Nobody cares about us men. They care about what we can provide. They give less than a fuck about us. If you can provide, cool. If you can't, you a slug. You get guilt tripped. You get shamed because you don't make 100,000 and only less than 3% make 100,000, and you're not a part of the 3%. Therefore, you're nothing. This dude literally got rich from pandering. And if you watch his live streams or channel 10 years from now, that brother will still be getting paid from pandering. Don't you ever think that brother's going to stop hustling these ladies. Don't you ever think that dudes like this will never stop making money off of these ladies. Bishop Jakes built a whole church off of pandering to women. There are mega churches out there that pander to nothing but women. Getting paid. 75-80% of their parishioners are female. But they sitting on a $10 million piece of property. Nobody give a fuck about us, dog. That's why it's our job as men to care about our decisions. Because if you think that society is out there, when these cameras go off, you think society is out there giving a fuck about you? No, they don't. You lose your job. You know how many homeless shelters for men in the United States? I mentioned this before. I looked this up. You know how many homeless shelters in the United States for men only? Two. There are only 2 all-male homeless shelters in the United States of America. Now, look up how many shelters that are women only or women and children only. You can be a father and homeless, and ain't nothing out there for you. But if you're a woman and homeless, you ain't got to sleep in your car, girl. You sleep in your car because you ain't taking care of business to even get to the right shelters. But you ain't got to sleep in your car. There are so many homeless shelters in the United States. When the last time you saw a man on Section 8? When Section 8 was the thing. None. I don't know none. I never met one man that was ever on Section 8. Like he was on Section 8. Like he was paying $13 a month for rent. If it exists, it probably existed after I left. Now, how many women do you know that was on Section 8? With or without kids? You see what I'm saying? The way the world is set up, and we set it up, men, we built this infrastructure. We built these societies. And the way that it's wired right now, nobody gives a fuck, a flying fuck about you as a man. They never have, and they never will. Your son is the exact same thing. Your nephew, your uncle, granddad, paw. This society is set up right now to not give a flying fuck about men. That's why women for the last 50 years can say what they've said on camera, on mainstream media, on social media, can say whatever they want about a man. You say something about a woman on social media, they'll either shut that video down or shut your channel down. Always. Doesn't matter what platform you're on. You say too much about women you want to, they will shut your shit down so fast. But they can say dang near whatever they want about us for 40, 50 years. From Phil Donahue to Oprah to Jerry Springer to Maury to all these court shows that make us men look bad. And then social media. It is our job why did I say all this for the last 10 minutes? Why I say this? It is your job as a hard-working man who is accomplishing or has accomplished all that you did with blood, sweat, and tears. And all you guys that are in Theo class with me, Ricky Lake, yes, sir. All you guys that are in Theo's classes with me, I got nothing but respect for you guys. With Theo's courses, your ass gonna work. You gonna study. Theo has taken me back to university. Once these cameras go off, studying. Wake up in the morning, studying. Go to the gym, come back, studying. You are going to study or you're going to fall by the wayside in Theo's courses. There is no, well, I could take it whimsically. No, you fuck you won't. You will fall by the wayside by week 3. After putting in all that hard work to get you a new career in cloud engineering, you got hired. They offered you a job where you're making between $60 to $100 an hour, and that's very common. And you're supposed to give it all to a woman after all that hard work, all them late nights, all you truck drivers, all that hard work of getting your CDL and making sure that you do this and make sure you do that and ride through snow and ride through fog and ride through rain and ride through bad traffic just to get your money up to buy nice homes or investments. All you military brothers, all them late motherfucking nights standing in mud and cold, being flew out to countries that you don't know what's about to go on in the Middle East, but you flew your ass out there for the Gulf War and all these other wars that were going on. All this shit you did as a man, all you dudes that sat back like me, you went from the streets and you was incarcerated. And you sat back, you did that time on your motherfucking head, and you got out and made something out of your life. All this hard work we put in as men because don't nobody give a fuck. And we supposed to just give this shit away to somebody who had a bunch of kids or somebody with a bunch of bodies or somebody with a bunch of diseases. Are you out your rabbit ass mind? Fuck them. We put in too much fucking work. Some of us ain't get our lives on track till 35. Some ain't get your life on track like you wanted to till 45. Some of us 55. Some motherfuckers ain't getting their life on track till they 65. You finally got the life that you want. You finally in the position that you want. And you supposed to just get that shit away. That's why I be on all our asses, no Diddy, when it comes to women in other countries. That's why I'm always putting my foot on motherfuckers' necks when it comes to these women in other countries. Fuck they beauty. Fuck them. You know why? Because it's a bunch of beautiful motherfuckers around here. So the bitch that you got that you think she's so beautiful and she's so fine, if she ain't shit, get you somebody that is the shit. I'm going to say that again. If you with a Brazilian female, a Tanzanian female, Ghana or Guyana, Taiwan or Thailand. And if your woman today in your phone, you got a bunch of women that's beautiful in your phone and they ain't shit after all the hard work that you put in to be the man that you are today, and you give your time and your money in other countries to bitches that ain't shit, get rid of them bitches and get you at least 1 or 2 bitches that is the shit in their country. Get you a chick that is the shit, not ain't shit in their countries. Get you a Brazilian chick that's the shit. Get you a Colombian chick that's the shit. Get you a Venezuelan chick that's the shit in her country, or at least the country that she was originally in, or whatever it may be with Venezuelans. Stop getting with bitches that ain't shit, ain't got shit, don't want to be shit, but that bitch can suck a good dick. All these beautiful bitches in South America can suck a good dick. Are you fucking crazy? After all the hard work you put in as a man, all them late nights you fell asleep in front of your computer, all you dudes that wrote books, all you dudes that sat back and took course after course after course, all you dudes that took the time out to learn different languages, all you dudes that sat back and you stacked your money up, and you stacked your money up to give it to a bitch in another country that got 3 kids. Are you fucking crazy? After all that fucking hard work, I wish the fuck I would. Hell no. Man, if after let's say I was single. After seeing myself and all these other brothers bust they ass in Theo's classes, I wish the fuck I would after graduating all that hard fucking work and finally getting hired and making them high 6 figures. Well, over 100K. And I'm about to give it to a broke female. And what I mean broken inside, not money, that's cool. I'm talking about broken on the inside, a mouthy chick, a disrespectful chick in Thailand, a disrespectful chick in Colombia, a mouthy chick in Brazil, a feminist modern ass woman in the United States. I wish the fuck I would. I wish not after all this hard work we do as men. It's hard as a mother. I don't know why y'all keep trying to act like when these cameras go off, it's easy to be a man. You will never, ever hear me say it's easy to be a man. It's hard as fuck. The only time women complain, notice this. The only time women complain about being a woman is after they had some kids, ain't it? After they had some kids or they ass broke. It's so hard to be a woman. I got these 3 kids. Or I ain't got no money. I lost my job. But let that sister have a job and no kids. You can't tell women shit. Life is smooth than a motherfucker. They get a loan for this and a loan for that, a grant for this and a grant for that. Everybody ready to rescue a woman. They believe a woman. This dude's just getting out of jail. If it wasn't for DNA testing, it would still be motherfucking men in jail right now that said, I don't even know this bitch. I never met this bitch a day in my life. I ain't never even been in that state. How the fuck you gonna convict me in Kansas and I'm in motherfucking Michigan? If it wasn't for DNA testing, it would still be a lot of men still in jail trying to fight to prove that they weren't even around just because a woman said some shit. That's why I be so pissed off with men, because we sugarcoat ourselves. We water ourselves down. You deserve the fucking best. Don't be looking at me like, oh, Andre, you so lucky. You got your good one. Nigga, I was strategic. I keep trying to tell you I wasn't lucky. I was strategic. Broken bitches with bad bodies get dick and get the fuck on. I treat them all like postage stamps. Lick them, stick them, send them on their motherfucking way. That's how you supposed to treat a broken bitch. Y'all be falling in love with them broken bitches. Want to marry broken bitches, and then when she treats you like shit in a broken ass marriage in another country, you want to divorce the broken bitch when you should have been with a broken ass in the first place. And I be seeing it all the time. This ain't like an anomaly. It's all the time y'all do that shit. Y'all be getting with these broken bitches. Oh, but she fine. I don't give a fuck how fine she is, man. God, nigga. I told you to fuck her twice. I ain't tell you I had to fall in love with her. You got a bunch of broken bitches in your phone. Ain't no good women in your phone. You've been to 10 fucking countries and not one decent woman in your fucking phone. You got 100 bitches in here and ain't none of them bitches worth shit. Ain't none of them bitches worth shit. You got 35 from the States. You got 37 from other fucking countries, and them bitches in the States weren't shit. That's why you went to another country, and the bitches in other countries ain't shit, and all them ain't shit bitches in your phone right now. Stop me when I'm lying. Stop me when I'm lying. Say, Andre, you lying. I know plenty of dudes that got a phone full of ain't shit bitches from the States and ain't shit bitches in other countries. The prettiest motherfuckers you ever saw. I'm talking about these bitches pretty. Oh, I'm talking about dimples so deep, cute, oh, fat ass, big tits, small waist, and ain't none of them bitches shit. They ain't shit after you done bust your ass. You done damn near got shot in 2 motherfucking deployments in the military. Or you done forgot about them 2 times they done sent your ass out to Kuwait, and they sent your ass to Afghanistan, and they sent your ass to Gulf War, and 3 times you damn near got shot all 3 times. But no, you can just fuck any bitch. Any bitch can get your money and your dick, huh? After you done damn near lost your motherfucking life in the name of this country, our country, 'tis of thee, and now any bitch can get your dick. You sat up there, you drove through fog last winter. All you truck drivers in Indiana, all in the Midwest, Kansas, all you truck drivers in Michigan, all you Chicago truck drivers, all you Cleveland truck drivers, come on, all you Cincinnati truck drivers. You driving through fog and snow at the same damn time. And you letting regular ass bitches get your money after driving through fog and snow? Get the fuck out. I wish the fuck I would. I wish a regular bitch would get this motherfucking dick after I done had to spend 3-4 years in the Midwest driving through the fucking snow, and you looking like, oh shit. Now I got fog and slick snow. And you made it through and you made it back year in, year out. And then you want to come to Colombia and give all that money that you damn near died for to a broke ass Colombian bitch in Cartagena? You motherfuckers ignorant. You the most ignorant motherfuckers. And that's why these niggas exist. That's why niggas like this exist. Because women believe, here we go. I'm gonna end it with this. Women believe that you are going to, he's telling them that there is enough men out there stupid enough to deal with their trauma. I'm going to say with this again. He is telling women and getting paid to do it that you men are stupid enough to fulfill their fantasies. You will pay 100% of the bills. You be the best stepfather. You be a supporter. You'll never ask her to suck your dick. Anal is out of the question. You'll never fuck her in her ass. That's out of the question. A threesome, you'll never say anything like that. You'll always go to the church. You won't go to the mosque anymore. You're coming to church with her. He's got these women convinced that there is a huge pool of you men, not me, you hardworking men, you grinding men, you builders, you men that have done amazing things. But they think that he's teaching them that in one area of your manhood, there's a stupidity chromosome in you that will allow you, after all your hard work, that one chromosome would allow you to want to rescue her ass. Because that's what he did. Because he became a stepdad. Ladies, if my woman was able to use my dumb chromosome to make me a stepdad, well, damn it, there's enough. Hey, if it happened to me, ladies, it can happen for you. If it happened for my wife got her dumb motherfucker, well, hey, you could get a dumb motherfucker too. That's exactly what this dude is saying. Exactly. Fuck all your hard work. Fuck you bought your second or third piece of property. Fuck the fact that you didn't win to college. Fuck the fact that you done got out of jail and made something with your life. Fuck all that. He's saying there's a chromosome in you men that's gonna make you stupid enough to be a stepdad to a woman that will never put you number one. Because it happened to him. That's what he's saying. If I was dumb enough to become a stepdad, it must be a bunch of other motherfuckers out there dumb enough to become stepdads or stepboyfriends. Okay. I already told y'all about me. All the time I've been in Colombia. Before I met Andre, I was having fun just like the rest of y'all. Y'all know how many baby mamas I fucked in Colombia? One. Out of all the pussy I got in Colombia before I met my wife, one. That energy comes to me about as fast as a woman that smokes cigarettes. Women that smoke cigarettes, even in the States, just never gravitated towards me. I don't gravitate towards them. And bitches with a bunch of kids, like I said, I did that stepdaddy thing. I kid you not. Yeah, that sweat jar is full tonight. I thought about that myself. I'm like, good Lord, Dre, you cursing a lot tonight. But I kid you not, man. We do so much as men, bruh, that I just wish more men realize that we deserve the best after all the hard work that we put in. I'm not talking about pookies and all them. And some of us, just like me, went through a pookie phase. You know, young, you wildin'. I see y'all, man, with some gorgeous women. And them bitches ain't shit. Who are you to judge? I ain't judging nothing. I get your call when you call me or you text me. Hey, Dre, I ain't talk to you about something. Does Andrea this, that, and this? Like, no, Andrea don't do no shit like that. You know how many text messages you guys send me asking me if Andre do some of the stupid shit that y'all women do? And I mean that. Over the years, I get so many messages that dudes, hey, I got a question, Dre, real quick. Did Andre ever did it? No, Andre ain't never did no shit like that. I was just asking, bro. Yeah, I know, but no, bro, seriously, I can't relate. Andre don't do that. Well, she must. No, she don't do that either. Sorry. Y'all like ain't shit women. When there's so many women that looks just as good as your ain't shit women in all these other countries. That's the part that probably get me the most. Y'all gravitate to ain't shit women. It'll be gorgeous women that is the shit that y'all don't even take time out to holler. And some of you can't even use the excuse, well, I don't know Spanish. A lot of you dudes know Spanish, and you still will get with an ain't shit chick. I'll say that again. A lot of you dudes know Spanish, for example, South America or Portuguese, and you will still fuck with ain't shit women. And then when you get ain't shit results, aka scopolamine, you want to scratch your head like, what the fuck? How did I get drugged? Go into your phone. Oh, she took your phone. Well, go into your memory. Oh, you got drugged. You ain't got no memory. Well, let me remind you. The reason you got drugged last night is because the beautiful woman who was so fine that you had, she wasn't shit. And you knew you met her in an atmosphere where ain't shit women dwell. But you thought that maybe it can't happen to me. Maybe I'll luck up and be one of the few guys that can get a woman out of this spot where ain't shit women are, and I can get me a decent one, if only for one night. and you found out after you woke up from being drugged that she ain't shit, and you met her in an ain't shit environment. Stop me when I'm lying. I wish I could put it any other way. I really could. I really do. We're going to do a part 2 to this live stream mañana, tomorrow night. And I know sometimes I say Saturday and I don't make it those. Tomorrow I'm making it for Saturday because there's a lot that these guys share. And I really want to get to the part where they talk about submissiveness. Should a man be submissive? I mean, should a woman be submissive? So there are a lot more layers of what these guys talked about. But before I end this live stream, we'll go to the cowgirls. Guys, please value yourselves more. I know your boys, you know, when you get off the plane, it's 8 of y'all and, you know, everybody about to go fuck some bitches. I got you. Have your fun. I'm with you on that. I'm saying that when you're looking for something serious, stop being serious with ain't shit bitches. I'm going to say this again. If you're out just having your fun, you're going from country to country, have your fun, man. Shit. Get the pussy. I ain't crazy. Get the pussy. But stop taking women that ain't shit serious. That's the mistake that we're making. That's what's getting us drugged. That's what's getting us set up. That's what's getting us hustled. Poppy. That's what's getting us hustled. That's why some of us going down with grabbing our phone and downloading the Western Union app so we can go ahead and send her some more money. I know niggas. I know niggas that try to keep the guilt away of sending females money in another country. You know what they do here in Colombia? They call it prepay for pussy. You know what's called pay for play? It's dudes out here that prepay. To keep from feeling guilty, they say, nah, Dre, here's what I'm doing. I'm sending her money in advance so when I come down, the pussy free. How much you send her per month? About $300-400 a month. So you've been sending her $300-400 a month. When was the last time you was down in Colombia? 5 months ago. So you done sent this heifer about $1,500 to $2,500, and you ain't even been back down there. Yeah, I'm prepaying for the pussy. Oh, I done heard that one plenty of times. So if you think I'm just making this up or it's rare, there's a few dudes out there, man. Even in 2018, dudes was doing this. Kid you not. Prepaying for pussy. Instead of just pay for play when you get there, it's prepay for play. It's a true story. And I'm like, so y'all dudes, so when you get down there with her, you do know that you're still paying for dinners. You're still paying for the Uber rides. She coming over, you still paying for going to the grocery store. You still, and knowing your soft ass, you still gonna give her a few dollars. You can lie to me, but I know your soft ass gonna give her a few dollars before you get on back on that plane. So why are you prepaying for pussy that you're gonna end up paying for when you get there anyway? And there's plenty of you motherfuckers that got money in y'all pocket that do that shit. Dre, you judging. I'm laughing. I am not judging. Anything I've said tonight, don't think I'm judging anybody. I'm laughing. I'm past the point of judging. I'm done with the judgmental mindset of brothers tripping. Nope, I'm laughing. When these cameras go off, I laugh. There is no fucking way I'm gonna sit up there and try to encourage men and y'all gonna still keep doing the same stupid shit in this country. You think I'm gonna stop? Hey, eventually I'm gonna start laughing. I ain't gonna be sitting up here praying every night and then y'all still sit up here and get drugged. Man, fuck that. I'm gonna start laughing. Tell me the story. Tell me what happened. Well, I met the bitch at the club. Right. We took an Uber back to her spot, to my spot. Yeah. I had some drinks that were still from the drinks that I drank before I went to the club. So she said, can I pour you a drink? Yeah. Well, since I was already drunk anyway, I said, cool, pour me a drink. Yeah. I woke up 9 hours later. All my shit was gone. Yeah. That's usually how it works. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Andrea is gone downtown with her mom and her brother enjoying the evening festival. That's why I could talk loud and curse. Andrea has gone downtown with her mom and her brother. There's a celebration here in Cali for the next month. And shout out to the Tip Network. They're my dudes out there. Hey, do me a favor, Tip Network. Drop the link to y'all channel, man, before we leave. I want guys to subscribe. We got 60 plus individuals here that I believe in. I'm gonna say this again. I believe in all of us as men. I'm not a red pill, black pill. You know, I'm not out there anti-one. I'm not one of them dudes. Make sure you guys subscribe to the Tip Network, guys. Great duet when it comes to YouTube. It's not a one-man show, it's a two-man army. Make sure that these guys get new subscribers. That's all I ask. And continue to support us by way of PayPal and Cash App. There we go. Thank you very much, TQ. TIQS. And Jay Anderson of the Anderson family. Shout out to you. Gentlemen, I believe in you. I know I rant, and when these cameras go off, that part does not. My belief in us as men, after all the hard work that we put in to build societies and environments and communities, after all our hard work, and we know ain't nothing free for us. And I still believe in us. When the numbers show that a man has to roll up his sleeves and pull up his bootstraps every morning, it be some times where you want to feel sad, but you can't. There'll be some times where you feel confused, but you can't. There's times where you still scratch your head like, am I doing the right thing? But society don't give a fuck about none of that. Society don't give a fuck about you scratching your head tomorrow morning. It don't care if you got a cold. It don't care if you got a broken leg. Like my football coach used to say, if I don't see no blood or bones sticking out, you all right. That's how society treats you. If it don't see no blood, it don't see no bones sticking out, you all right as a man, even though you may not be all right. And so when I come with passion, it's because I believe in you in more than you realize, gentlemen. More than you realize. I believe in the power of manhood. I'm old school manhood. I know that my era of manhood is dying off. And I might be the last generation, our generation might be the last one of real solidified, don't give a fuck what anybody got to say, manhood. You ain't gonna make us fall into that LGBTQ gender bullshit. You are not going to try to coerce us with these fucked up musics, with these gay ass lyrics, and nothing against gay community. But what I'm saying is there's no balance anymore. There's no balance in music anymore. And that's why some of us got to turn our music on from the 70s and 80s and 90s and early 2000s. Because there's new music you could barely get a chance to listen to. So when I say I believe in you guys, that part, when this camera goes off, that part does not go off. That does not go off. That's why you guys who have my information know you can call me anytime, reach out to me anytime, ask me any question. If I can't find the answer, I'll ask Andrea, because I believe in us as men. And ain't nobody gonna have our back like us. Your woman got your back? Yes. My woman got my back. Yes. But at the end of the day, when it comes to men understanding men, Andre doesn't understand my man side like you guys do. Who Andre is under pressure like you guys do. Oh, like I said, my wife knows me. She's my closest friend. But the man part, nobody understands the pressure of manhood like a man. So shout out to all you dudes. Let's get it. Nobody appreciates cowgirls like us dudes. So shout out to all you dudes. Shout out to all you guys that donated. Let me make sure I got everybody. Looks like I got everybody. Shout out to you guys. And let's get ready for the outro. And like I said, tomorrow I will be here. I will be here mañana, tomorrow evening, and we're going to continue on part 2. And this is going to, and if Ronan's still here, this is going to carry into a conversation that Ronan and Fearless and a bunch of other brothers had a few days ago with a brother who is in a serious relationship with a married woman that has kids. So I'm laying a foundation because when I show this clip, I won't shout out to you, Ronan. I'm glad you're still here. I want to have Ronan on. I'm going to ask Fearless to come on as well, so I can let these guys give the commentary while this video is playing. Because you listen to this brother, he is convinced. You can't tell him otherwise. Like, dude, this woman is married and has children. He gives no fucks. So we're laying the foundation that men, we got to do better. Let's get ready to head on out of here. Shout out to you, Ronan. Make sure you guys subscribe to Ronan's Travel. Great channel, as well as my man Fearless. Shout out to him and his lovely wife and her soon-to-be child. Appreciate celebrating that with them. Let's get ready to go to this outro, gentlemen. See you guys tomorrow.
Suecia, Barbados.